Abby! Where on earth are you? I got a call from your mom right now. She says she's been looking everywhere for you. Abby! A, B, B, Y!
What do you want? Quit ringing up my phone. It's way too early to deal with you. We're done. So I need you to quit acting as if you're my boyfriend or caretaker or whatever. This needs to stop.
To be completely honest with you, I hadn't even thought about you since the day you decided to cheat on me. I'm only reaching out to you because today's the day that we scheduled for the meeting about our divorce. Our lawyers are arriving at 10 o'clock. I told you that the two of us needed to be here an hour early to finish all the paperwork. Why are you still not here?
Cut me some slack. We don't need a full hour to finish that.
I'm really getting tired of your games. We rescheduled this meeting once already because you said that today would be a better day. I'm spending New Year's Eve doing all of this instead of seeing my family because you said you wanted to finish everything before New Year's. Just come as soon as you can. Let's get this over with already.
Actually, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I've decided to spend the day with Russell. So I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to reschedule this meeting again.
You gotta be kidding me. What the hell do you mean?
I mean, I'm gonna spend today and the beginning of the year with Russell, so I can't come to today's meeting.
Cancel whatever plans and come here right now.
We're already on our way to the airport, so...
Well, come back then!
We can't! We're already on the highway. Oops. I told him that I wanted to spend New Year's Eve at the beach, and he got the tickets right away. Isn't he amazing? And he booked a hotel suite for us. So I'm probably spending the best New Year's of my life there. People who have money really are just different, aren't they?
I can't believe how blind I was to marry you in the first place.
Whatever. Just finish the paperwork on your own and get the divorce over with. Thanks!
You can't just leave everything to me. We need to discuss the terms of the divorce. You'll end up regretting it if you leave it all to me.
I'll be seeing you next year.
I'm so done with you. You shouldn't even be riding an airplane anyways. Your baby is due this month. Just go home and keep the baby safe.
It's fine. The due date isn't until 3 weeks later, and I'll be back home by then. Besides, the baby daddy's gonna be right beside us for the whole trip. I'm sure he'll take care of me if anything happens.
I feel like you're underestimating the amount of danger and complexity that comes with giving birth. Have you never heard of stories of mothers giving birth on airplanes and getting themselves into life or death situations?
Can you quit acting like you're some kind of expert or something? You know nothing about birth, nor do you know how it feels to be pregnant, since you're a man. I know my body, and I'm saying I'm fine.
Well, I know that certain conditions of the mother can mess with the due dates of babies. For example, being extremely tired after traveling long distances right before giving birth.
Whatever. This baby in my tummy isn't even yours anyway. You don't have the right or responsibility to be worrying about this. Are you still into me or something? Too bad I'm stuck with a rich guy now. Sucks to be you.
I'm worried about the baby because no matter how horrible the parents are, the baby is always innocent, and they don't deserve to be put in danger because of their parents' ego.
You're definitely still into me, aren't you?
How on earth did the conversation that we just had lead to that conclusion?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I belong to Russell now, so you don't have any say in anything I do. Got it?
Whatever. But even if you end up regretting your own actions, I'm not gonna help you out.
Sure.
Just give me a date where you can come and discuss the terms for the divorce. A day that you can come for sure.
Yeah, let me check right now. I get home from the trip on the 2nd of January, so I can show up for any date after that.
I'll try contacting our lawyers to see if we can reschedule it on that day. Wait here.
Hurry up!
Exactly at noon on the 3rd of January. And this is final. We'll meet up at your house so that you won't have a chance at standing us up anymore. Just stay in bed until the time comes. And don't even think about rescheduling this time. I have the divorce permit that you signed when you left with Russell, so I'll sign my part and turn it in today. Sounds good?
Sure, just hurry up and get it over with. We're pulling up to the parking lot of the airport right now, so I'll leave the rest to you. Bye-bye!
I just hope nothing happens to the baby.
Hey, Ken. It turns out that I can't do the meeting on the 3rd earlier, so sorry. Reschedule it again. Thank you.
You have to be joking right now. It's only been a day since we agreed on that day! You know, it's not just me that you're creating trouble for by selfishly rescheduling our meetings like this. Our lawyers and everyone else involved are reserving precious time out of their day to help us out. How could you disregard all of that just for your personal needs?
Calm down. I actually have a proper reason this time.
What could possibly be more important than this meeting?
Well, the thing is, you know how my due date was pretty close, right?
I mean, yeah, we just went over that yesterday.
So I ended up giving birth to my baby earlier than expected, which was yesterday.
I hate when people say this, but I told you so, for God's sake! Did you at least make it through the airplane ride?
Duh, of course you did. And like I told you yesterday, I can tell what's happening to my own body.
You wouldn't have gone on that trip in the first place if you did.
Oh, shut up! My water broke right when we checked into our hotel room. So my darling Russell called the ambulance for me, and I was sent to the nearest emergency hospital. I ended up giving birth right then and there.
Once again, I told you so! Your mom contacted me yesterday to apologize about your selfish behavior, and she told me how you traveled all the way to the beach resort on the coast side. Isn't it common sense that a pregnant lady shouldn't travel long distances?
Could you please just stop sticking your nose into my business? I'm not your wife anymore, and you're nothing to me either. The baby isn't even yours, so don't try and act like it's guardian or something. We're nothing to each other, so stop acting like we are.
I was wrong for thinking you could possibly take this seriously. Whatever. Well, when are you coming back then?
Let's see. I just gave birth yesterday, so you couldn't possibly expect me to come back tomorrow as planned, can you?
Unlike you, I'm a reasonable person, so no. Just tell me when you're coming back.
Can't you just finish the whole procedure without me?
Seriously? You made us wait all this time, and now you want us to do everything by ourselves?
I need some alone time with my baby. You should be more understanding about my situation. Right now is the time for us to take in the joy and excitement of being blessed with the new life that has entered me and Russell's lives. I shouldn't be needing to tell you these things for you to notice. You're clearly the one who should be the gentleman here and back down. This is why guys like you get cheated on by amazing women like me.
Fine, but this means we'll be making all the decisions about the conditions of the divorce without you. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, just get it over with. I'll be hearing about the results from my parents afterwards, so make sure to never contact me again. It makes me sad seeing you in such a miserable state after I left you. Thank God I won't have to see your face ever again. Oh, and by the way, I was planning on asking you for one last favor.
What do you want?
I need you to leave the house we are living in.
Why would you want me to do that?
That house is in my dad's name. It only makes sense that you leave since we already got divorced. Me and my new family will be moving in and building our bright and amazing future there. I don't need a loser like you to be getting in the way of that, so please be my guest and leave the house.
I've already moved out long before. Why would I want to stay in a house that reminds me of the horrible things you did to me? All the furniture is gone and no one lives there anymore.
Oh, great. I'm glad you did something right for once. Well, then, I'm starting to get sleepy. The effort it takes to be a mom, am I right? Good night. See ya never again.
Mrs. Fletcher, it's me, Ken. Happy New Year's. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's a happy time in my life right now, but I'm trying my best to stay strong through this.
Good evening, Ken. I'm so sorry about my granddaughter making you go through all of this. Did she make a call about the news to you? About her baby?
I received a text from her that she gave birth at the vacation site. I heard about it just last night.
Oh, I cannot believe that girl. How irresponsible could a person possibly be? She's my own daughter, but this was a seriously dangerous action by her, towards herself and the baby. I even told her multiple times to come back because it was too close to her due date, but she just wouldn't listen. And as we all expected, this was the result. It isn't just her, but also that Russell boy. He should have been there to stop her from putting his baby in danger.
Tell me about it. I really just hope that everyone stays safe. By the way, Mrs. Fletcher, would you possibly be going to the hospital that Abby is staying at right now?
Yes, she told us that she and her boyfriend have decided to stay here for a while before returning, so my husband and I are on our way. Even though she's the way she is, Abby is still our daughter. So we need to do whatever is best for her, and most importantly, the baby.
If that's the case, I was wondering if I could ask for a favor from you. Could you please give it a hear?
Of course, honey. What could it be?
The truth is, I have doubts about whose child the baby is. So I was wondering if you could please help me get a DNA sample of the baby to turn it in and check who the real father is.
Why would you have doubts about who the father is?
Abby's been saying that the biological father of the baby is Russell, but it seems that she hasn't properly checked whether that was true or not. And to be honest, I still haven't given up completely about the baby being my child. And if it is my child, then I can say without a doubt that I could give her my everything to make her the happiest they could be. On the other hand, I'm not sure whether a couple like Abby and Russell could protect the baby, nor set an example of what kind of adult they should aspire to be.
I understand what you mean.
Thank you for understanding. Could I please ask you to do this? For both me and the baby? This information is necessary for me to even have a chance of obtaining legal rights as a parent of the baby.
So you'll be going against each other in court over the parenting rights?
Yes. I've been trying to make this happen, but Abby's been avoiding my confrontation through this way and that. I need your help to make this happen. Please. I know it'll be a hassle to do this, but you're the only person who I can ask for help from.
If this is for a better future for the baby, then I'll do it.
Thank you so much. I'll be forever in your debt.
Ken, what the hell is going on? What did you do? I need you to reply right now. I know you're part of this.
What do you want now?
Why are the lawyers telling me that my daughter is your biological child? It's literally impossible that this is happening.
Oh, you're talking about the results of the DNA test that you received today. Yeah, I saw it too. I was hoping so, but didn't expect her to actually be my daughter. Thank God!
This is physically impossible, and you know it. You cheated, didn't you? You paid the company to switch up the results. I know you did.
I made sure to ask a reliable company to carry out the test. There's no way that I could have changed the results to my advantage.
I don't care. You've probably somehow found a way to get around it.
If you can't believe the results, then you could just have it checked on your side again. No matter how many times you try, the results aren't gonna change.
There's no reason to test this again. You and I both know this isn't our baby.
Why are you so confident about that?
You know why? We haven't done anything like that with each other for at least the past year. It just doesn't add up.
I guess you really don't remember about that night.
What night?
The night you came back home blacked out drunk. As soon as you got home, you came all over me. I was surprised that you hadn't tried to do anything with me in a while, but I guess you really were too drunk to even remember.
Me? With a guy like you? I've despised you for the longest time. There's no way that could have happened.
I did the math. The day that happened just adds up with the day you gave birth to our daughter. That's why I asked your parents to help me get a DNA sample of the baby. And it turns out that my doubts were in fact true.
You brought my parents into this? I can't believe they'd do something like this to me.
Judging by the way you cheated on me in the first place, and even went as far as to put your baby in danger to fill your own pleasure, I'm pretty sure you understand why they made that decision.
They betrayed their own daughter.
Whatever. This is all the proof I need. Since that child is biologically related to me, I have the legal right to fight for the rights as her parent.
Russell gave me the happiness that you never gave me. We could have had a happy family together, but you always ruin everything.
I mean, you still get that douchebag. So you haven't lost everything.
Russell left me yesterday, all because you couldn't keep quiet about that one night. He got angry that I almost tricked him into raising your baby.
That's on you for not checking earlier on. You might have been able to avoid losing him if you hadn't waited to tell him until after the baby was born. I pity him for getting stuck with an irresponsible cheater like you.
You shut up!
He probably feels betrayed, being told that he's the father of a baby and finding out that she's actually the child of another man. Probably feels almost as if he was cheated on. I guess God's decided that you're not fit for happiness. Sorry.
How could you say something like that?
Now that I have proof, I'll be seeing you in court. I'll fight with my life for the parenting rights of my daughter. I can't leave my precious baby with a delinquent like you.
You're trying to take her away from me too? You can't!
I can. I'm her biological father. And you probably can't even provide for her anyways. Don't worry, I'll be sure to make her the happiest girl in the world.
I'll never hand her over. The mother wins in most cases like this. You have no chance at winning. It's statistically proven.
Come on, Abby, just think about it. You broke up with the guy you cheated on me with, who you were financially reliant on. So you're too broke to raise a child. And both of your parents agree that it would be better off for the child for me to raise her. They're so committed in supporting me that they're saying that they'll cut connections with you after we settle this case.
What?
Besides, the only reason that mothers win more often than fathers is because they usually have a better facilitated environment to raise a child. You have practically no income right now, and you have no support from your parents or another man. On the other hand, my workplace is super supportive towards parents, and there's even a company-run preschool in the building. On top of that, I work from home on most days, so I have the environment to take good care of her.
But she needs her mother's love.
You've proven to be insufficient in providing love to others. My parents, your parents, and my sister are all saying they'll support me through this. Think of the happiness of the child. Let go of your ego, Abby.
Ken!
What?
Don't you think the best choice to make for us is to get back together?
Very funny. You're joking, right?
I'm dead serious. The environment for raising a child that you just told me about sounds amazing. The only missing piece is me, her mother. With that environment and the love by her mother, we'll be able to raise her in an environment that most parents could only dream of. So I say we get back together.
Nah.
What?
Do you really think I could leave my princess with an irresponsible, unreasonable, crazy lady like you? Oh, hell no! Having no mother is better than having a mother like you.
I can't believe you.
You'll be hearing from me through my lawyer from now on.
Wait!
Farewell, Abby. First things first, I was able to obtain legal rights as the parent of my daughter, as expected. Russell, the man that my ex-wife cheated on me with, paid his part in the compensations and disappeared like thin air. My ex-wife tried to go back to the house that we used to live together in after court, but her father had already sold the house since it was in his name, and no one lives there now. The money that was earned by selling the house was given to me as compensation and education fees. But in exchange for paying for these fees instead of their daughter, Abby's parents banned her from entering their household forever. All because she decided to cheat on me. Abby lost her parents, her daughter, her house, and even the man she cheated on me with. I heard that she was crying in front of her old house for a few hours, but our neighbors called the police on her for being suspicious, and she was forced to walk away. After that, a friend of mine told me that he had seen her get onto a bus headed for the subway station, and no one has seen her ever since.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Esther, we're getting a divorce.
What?
You went back to your mom and dad's place after getting discharged from the hospital. They have ramps and all that crap, so it's wheelchair friendly, right? There's no sense you coming back to me. I just terminated the contract on the apartment, so it ain't like there's anywhere for you to come back to anyway.
Barry, what the hell? Just slow down a minute. The only reason I came back to live with my folks is because our apartment isn't wheelchair friendly. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement. Wasn't the plan to find a new wheelchair friendly place to move in together?
Maybe it was at one point, but you know what? That sounds like a real pain in the ass.
What?
Listen, babe, I'm real grateful for you jumping in to save me like that. I would have been in major trouble if not for you. Who knows, I could have even died. It sucks that you ended up in a wheelchair after falling down the stairs. But you know what, Sugar Dumpling? That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Thing is, Sweetie Pie, all this time alone, I've been doing some thinking. The fact that your mom and dad's place is wheelchair friendly must mean you had some close friend or relative in a wheelchair living there before.
Yes, my grandma. Apparently, they had some improvements made on the house to make her life there as smooth and stress-free as possible.
Basically, your family home, where they have experience looking after cripples, is a far more suitable care environment than anything I could possibly provide. Think about it. You know I'm right.
Oh my god.
As soon as I realized that, it dawned on me just how pointless our relationship is. You're dead weight, and divorce is the only answer.
How could you do this? You make it sound like you don't even care about me. I'm in a difficult enough place mentally as it is, Barry. I'm in a wheelchair for crying out loud. Did you really have to do this now of all times? Oh my god, my world is falling apart.
Oh yeah, that too!
Huh?
Ever since you got put in a wheelchair, you've been giving off this miserable, depressing aura. Like you're constantly begging for sympathy. And I gotta tell you, babe, it's been hard on me.
What the? How could you say this?
In any case, I ain't got no interest in continuing married life with a depressing, crippled loser like you. That's why we're getting a divorce. I'll mail the divorce papers to your folks' place. Make sure you get them signed and handed in ASAP. Your folks are gonna have to push you there, obviously. See ya!
3 years later.
Hey, Esther, it's been a while.
Huh? Is that Barry?
Can you believe it's been a whole 3 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun, huh?
What do you want?
I'm messaging you because there's something I wanted to tell you.
What?
I'm getting remarried!
That's great. Congratulations.
Haha, thanks, babe.
Was that all you wanted to tell me?
Huh?
Surely it would be kinda weird if the only reason you wanted to message your ex-wife after 3 years was to tell her you're getting remarried. Surely that wasn't the only thing? To be honest, I think I forgot to block you because I was dead certain you'd never message me again. After all, why would you? I didn't see this one coming. If that was all you wanted to tell me, let's leave it there. I'd appreciate it if you didn't contact me again.
Aha! I knew it! I knew messaging you was the right thing to do.
What? Why?
It's as plain as day. You still have feelings for me, don't you, babe?
Excuse me?
You know how when you tell a kid not to push a button, they always end up pushing it? It was reverse psychology. You thought by telling me not to contact you, I'd get in touch with you again someday, and you'd have another shot at the prize. Me. I can read you like a book.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped playing games and acting so strange. We're done. Barry, and that's final. Now please, stop messaging me. Just leave me alone. You're really annoying.
One more thing. My fiance is the daughter of the CEO of a major company. I take a huge sigh of relief every time I remember how I never would have found myself such a good woman if we didn't divorce. Whew, talking about dodging a bullet. Can you imagine? Me, forced to be permanent live-in carer to some whiny cripple for the rest of my life? I made the right decision.
Wow.
Aha! There it is! The jealousy rears its ugly head. Ha ha ha! I guess no one can blame you. I'm a rugged, fine specimen of a man who can have any woman he wants. And you're in a wheelchair.
Is this the real reason you messaged me?
Huh?
Did you just want to mock and ridicule me for being in a wheelchair? To gloat about how much better you think you are than me? About how much better you think your life is than mine?
Ha ha! I guess it can't be helped. It is the truth after all.
I'd appreciate it if you kept your malicious, spiteful judgments about what you think my life must be like to yourself.
Aw, is someone a little mad? Does baby want her dummy?
I suggest you be careful about what you say.
What? Is that a threat? I'm quaking in my boots here, honest.
It'd be an awful shame if you said the wrong thing and forced me to take revenge on you when you least expected it.
Whatever, you jealous loser. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'll invite you to the wedding. It could be good for you. Think about it. If you see how blissfully happy me and my new wife are together with your own eyes, it might help you finally let go of your feelings for me.
Feelings for you? I honestly could not care less about you.
Great, that settles it then. I'll send the invite out to your folks' place.
I don't want one, and I'm not going. Truthfully, I'd rather stick pins in my eyes.
I know how stubborn you are, so I know you'll probably reply not attending, despite wanting to come more than anything. But I'm preparing some space for your wheelchair, so you better show up.
I said I'm not going. The day of the wedding.
Hey, Esther! I knew it! You were so adamant you weren't gonna come, but I knew it was all an act. You actually came, didn't you? Priceless! I saw a woman in a wheelchair making her way towards the wedding hall from the waiting room window. I knew it! Your feelings for me are unshakable, and you came in spite of your protest. You can't run from love, babe! Or roll in your case. Problem is, I filled the space I had ready for you, cause you sent the invite back saying you weren't attending. They don't even make movies this entertaining. Sorry, sweet cheeks, but I could hardly let you in without a confirmed invite. My hands were tied. I knew I did the right thing by warning my buddy on reception. I said, hey, Timmy, if some bimbo in a wheelchair shows up, you make sure you turn her away immediately. You got that, Mal? Why? Because she's my ex-wife. He messaged me just now saying he sent you packing the moment you showed up. He said the look in your face was priceless. Enjoy the journey home. I hope you brought someone to push you.
Barry, I'm sorry, but I'm completely lost. What are you talking about?
Cripple, go home! Go home, go home, go home! Cripple, go home! Go home, go home, go home! G-O-H-O-M-E!
But I never came in the first place?
Huh?
As you well know, I sent the invite back with the not attending box very clearly ticked. As I told you before, I had no intention of going, and I didn't. So what the hell are you talking about?
Huh? But in that case, who was the one I saw from the waiting room window?
Obviously, it wasn't me.
Wait, what? Seriously?
The next day.
How in the heck of the baby Lord Jesus' name was I supposed to know, you stinky bimbo?
Wow, where did that come from all of a sudden?
The woman in the wheelchair I kicked out of the wedding after mistaking her for you yesterday was actually my wife's childhood friend. My wife flipped out at me big time for giving her the boot. Apparently they were real close, like sisters. I've never seen her this mad. She's threatening to divorce me, you goddamn evil witch! This is all your fault for being in that godforsaken wheelchair! How dare you!
This is my fault? Amazing! You literally have zero ability to self-reflect, do you? So this must mean your wife's childhood friend was one of the invites she sent out. Which also means the necessary arrangements to accommodate a guest in a wheelchair would have been taken by the organizers of the ceremony. Surely there's no way the groom wouldn't have been made aware of something like this at his own wedding. Or maybe you were, and you just weren't listening. Which was it?
Well,
Or maybe you were listening, but you forgot?
Actually,
If by any chance were you leaving all of the wedding arrangements to your wife, you were taking on your fair share of the responsibility, weren't you, Barry?
well,
Let's face it, you always were the kind of guy to come up with nonsensical excuses every time you deemed something to be a pain in the ass. Even if the thing you were escaping from was very clearly something you should have been taking responsibility for. That's always the kind of guy you were, wasn't it, Barry?
the heck are you talking about? You make me sick, woman. Look at you! So what? So I made one teensy-weensy, teeny-weeny little mistake. I'm human, aren't I? Get off your high horse, you self-righteous witch! This just proves you still have feelings for me. It gets more obvious with each message.
Keep dreaming.
Maybe try learning to walk again, cripple. Who knows? You might even be able to get remarried like me.
Huh? Oh, right. I see. You don't know anything about my situation these days, do you?
What else is there to know? You're a friendless, single, shut-in hermit cripple who lives with her elderly parents and relies on them 24/7 to care for her. I don't need to ask to know that.
I gave the rehab everything I had after the divorce and made huge improvements. Doctors tell me I'm well and truly on the road to recovery.
Huh?
They also tell me that if I carry on working hard, there's a good chance I'll be able to walk normally again one day, as if the accident never happened.
Wait, what? Seriously?
This isn't exactly new though, is it? They've been saying this since the beginning.
What? They have?
Looks like my suspicions were right. You divorced me without even properly listening to what the doctors had to say, didn't you?
I did? Oh man.
Oh, by the way, your new wife asked me to pass on this message.
Huh?
You're despicable. I want a divorce, now.
Wait, what? What? What the heck? How is she speaking to you?
She just showed up at my house because she wanted to ask me some questions.
Uh-oh.
She was pretty curious about the background behind her divorce, and of course, I, being super friendly and sociable, told her everything. She was absolutely furious about how you treated her childhood friend yesterday. She said she suddenly felt like she no longer knew you. She's on her way to you with the divorce papers now. Apparently, she never wants to see you again after you sign them. A few days later.
Sup, honey cheeks? I kept you waiting a long time, huh? You can finally remarry me now!
Excuse me?
Ah, don't worry. It won't count as cheating or infidelity or anything like that. I'm newly divorced now, so there's nothing stopping us. I'm single and ready to mingle.
There's nothing stopping us from doing what exactly?
I might be a two-time divorcee, but I'm pretty sure that technically goes back down to one with me and you getting remarried. What's more, now that I know you're not going to be a wheelchair anymore, it'll be just like before. You'll be a normal person again. However, there is just one small condition. My bitch ex-wife is demanding ungodly amounts of compensation and saying I owe her all the money she put into planning the wedding. The total comes to just shy of 40K. As long as you pay off that for me, you can have me back. Your family are filthy rich, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? Just give old Pops a call and this'll be settled in a jiffy. I'll be heading over to your folks' place tomorrow, so make sure you have the marriage registration stuff dealt with before I arrive, okay, sweet cheeks?
Would you mind slowing down for a sec? There's something you should know.
What is it?
I already got remarried.
Huh?
I fell in love with the physio who oversaw my rehab at the hospital. He's such an amazing man. He was there for me when I was at my lowest, when my head was all over the place after being so cruelly and heartlessly tossed aside like some piece of trash when you realized I was in a wheelchair.
You married the physio? Oh, this is the first I've heard of it.
Is there a reason I need to give detailed reports on my private life to my ex-husband?
But I gave you reports on my private life.
I don't remember there being any kind of rule saying I have to do that.
Wait, does this mean you won't marry me? Ugh! It's gonna be a lot harder trying to find a new wife as a two-time divorcee, you know. Have you even thought about how this is gonna affect me?
I'm praying that one day you'll have an epiphany and realize that this was entirely your fault. But something tells me I'll be praying for a long time.
What?
It'd be a miracle if you found an oddball crazy enough to marry a cruel, selfish, heartless, mean-spirited, good-for-nothing loser like you.
What? That's just uncalled for!
Never contact me again. Goodbye. Later on, I found out the real reason my ex-husband went out of his way to tell me he was getting remarried was that, apparently, at the time of the divorce, his friends and family found out he was ending things because the thought of caring for his then-crippled wife was too much for a nuisance. Unable to cope with his newfound reputation as a total scumbag, he hatched a plan to heal his damaged reputation. The idea was to goad me into causing a scene at his wedding by provoking me into a jealous rage so he could paint me as some kind of deranged psycho whom he had no choice but to divorce. I really am tired of him. Talk about dodging a bullet. Amazingly, his parents were nothing like him, and me and them had always gotten along, so a few days later, I decided to tell them everything. They immediately hung their heads in shame and apologized profusely. His mom said, as if the shenanigans at the wedding weren't bad enough, "My goodness, Esther, we're so sorry." They vowed to keep a watchful eye on him to ensure he could never hurt anyone again. Last I heard, he was being forced to work to exhaustion to pay off his debts by his ex-military dad.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Amy, what's up? Kimmy's mom, Sarah here. Hi. Guess it's been about 2 years. Hey, sure wish you would reply. Oh, maybe I should have said Billy's mom. Can I help you? Finally! Always so slow in answering. Never change. Yeah, right. Forgot to block you. Goodbye. Wait a sec. This is important. I'm sure it's all a bunch of BS. Don't want to hear it, to be honest. Come on, don't be that way. Got a new boyfriend. You don't say. What happened to Derek? Derek? Do you mean my ex? That ended way back. Yeah, figured as much. What do you mean by that? About 6 months back, he came back to my folks' place wanting to get back together. Said he still loved me, and that he was still Billy's dad and all that BS. My father chewed him out real good. Seriously? But maybe you should have taken him up on it. Why's that? Don't want to be a single mommy again, you know. What? Got your attention. Guess who my new guy is? Your current hubby. Man, he won't leave me alone. I'll have a happy life instead of you. Are you talking about my husband? You got it. Your guy, Ted. Oh, yeah, Ted. What about him? Ted? Wow, he is really something. He's super rich. He can buy a luxury apartment just like that. I'm so lucky I got myself a super nice and rich guy. Sounds great. Not much of a response. Second time around. So I suppose you're used to it by now? Just surprised. You really like taking from other people. Huh? FYI, that was not my intention. It was pure chance. The guy I fell for just turned out to be your husband. That's it. To be honest, I never thought the guy would be your husband again. Oh yeah, great, but... Hey, you seem so calm about it. Do you want me to get all emotional? Waste of time, to be honest. Oh, I get it. Doesn't come across much, just reading the text online. So it means you're super shocked. I'm so sorry. Just so happy that I was able to get a guy who could buy the top floor of a luxury apartment. Really, really sorry. Please, do as you like. Yes, I will. Thanks. Hey, Amy. When are you going to move out of your apartment? What do you want? Busy now. What can I say? FYI, I'm pregnant with Ted's kid. I even submitted the marriage forms at City Hall. I got Kimmy here and Ted's also here at my apartment. Temporarily. So we need that place ASAP. Now that we are a family of 4, a 2-room apartment won't cut it. Heard from Ted that your place is like 5 rooms. What the fuck? To be honest, want to give the kids a room each. Anyway, just want to live in a nice, relaxing environment. It's unhealthy living in such a tiny place. So, you move out ASAP. Can't have you stay there forever. Planning on moving out in the near future. Okay, so when? Couldn't set up a suitable place for my next move. Going to take a bit of time. Oh, okay. All I wanted to know... If you want to move in, how about the end of the next month? Should be out by then. Yeah, guess I can wait a wee bit longer. Always wanted to live in a high-rise apartment, top floor too. Looking down on people from that high up. Wow, they must look like little bits of garbage. Can't wait. Amy, reply. Hurry. What's going on? What's up now? Weren't we supposed to move into that high-rise apartment?
Yeah? What about it?
You said you were moving out, so we got ready too. We cleaned out the apartment and put everything into cardboard boxes. I even made arrangements with the moving company. So what the hell was that?
What are you talking about?
I went over there to check out the place. I saw a rich-looking couple walking in there, so I thought they were our future neighbors, so I said hello. But they told me they were moving into the top floor. Our place. What's going on? That place is where me and Ted, the kids, are going to live.
Oh, about that. Right.
Figured you were involved.
Did you think that apartment was in Ted's name?
Huh? Of course it is. That's what Ted said.
He's lying, sorry.
What?
Yeah, Ted likes to boast. That part of him always worried me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
That apartment? It's in my cousin's name.
Huh? Cousin?
Yes, my cousin was transferred overseas and the apartment was open, so we moved in. I had just gotten divorced, so he let me stay there rent-free. I took him up on his generous offer and was living there up until last month.
What is going on?
My son was just moving up to elementary school, so it was a good time to move out and go live with my folks for a while. We decided to rent out that place. The couple you met were probably the people moving in.
You're making all of it up. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Is that right? I had a real estate agent put up for rent sign outside, so it was obvious. Guess you didn't see it. I figured you saw the sign and decided you wanted to live there.
Then why didn't you say so?
You never asked.
How could you? I already terminated my lease on this apartment. What do you expect me to do now? I'm going to be homeless. It's all your fault.
Why not go to your folks' place again?
My older brother and his family is living there now. Anyway, I don't get along with them. Take responsibility. You have to find a place for us. Plus, I want you to pay for our moving costs and rent however long it takes. You're Ted's ex. Take responsibility.
Huh? Ex-wife?
Yeah, that's right. Don't go saying Ted's not your husband.
He's not.
Huh? Are you Dad?
Oh my god! Don't tell me you didn't know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ted's my younger brother.
Huh? Your younger brother? Ted is your brother?
That's right.
What? What's going on?
Originally, it was just me and my son living there. About 6 months ago, Ted got divorced and asked to live there. He begged to stay there until he got a job and found a place of his own. He owes me for a lot over the years. I was in a stronger position, but... Anyway, I was all set to go back to my parents' place about that time, so... I told him to get his shit together before I moved out, so... I guess he was panicking. And I guess he found you.
Hey, just one sec. Let me get this straight. Ted has no money?
Not that I know of.
He said he had a luxury apartment. Said he didn't have to work and that money would roll in.
Probably meant my dad.
Huh?
I suppose he thought he could get my dad's asset and live off that. Not sure what he was thinking, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So that means he will be rich someday then.
No, not really. My dad had enough of Ted and removed him from his inheritance.
Huh? Why?
When he got divorced, he had to pay a huge settlement. My dad paid it off. In lieu of his inheritance, it seems.
What's this about a settlement?
Not sure if you know Ted at all, but I'm his sister, but he's actually sleazeball.
Sleazeball?
He got a divorce because his wife was fed up with his lifestyle and all the debt he accumulated. I heard he had 3 girlfriends at the time.
Are you a woman? Debt?
Yep, 3 married women. Settlement was over the top. I don't think he has even paid off his first debt.
How much does he have left?
I don't know what exact amount, but something like $60,000. But he's got more debts and interest has probably been added, so maybe way more than that, I'm afraid.
No way! This is all a joke!
Well, that's that. All's well and ends well, don't you think? Well, Ted's off of my hands now. Now I can move to my parents' place without any more worries. Thanks.
Don't want this!
Excuse me?
I don't want that sleazeball either! You can have him back!
What? Don't be silly.
But he's your brother!
My parents don't want him there. I can't take him. He's on his own. Oh, also, I told him I never wanted to see him again. Cut family ties already. Come on, Sarah. A brother who marries the woman who stole my husband? Please, how could I not cut ties with that no-good brother of mine?
But...
Of course, if you want to get divorced, be my guest.
I don't need your advice! I will dump him right away!
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What now?
I bet my brother is after your parents' assets.
What?
I hear your parents are pretty well off. That damage claim I made to you after you took my husband? That was easy for you to pay off, right? And what's more, you got Ted's kid inside you. Yes, I'm sure he's got everything worked out. His brain works that way, you know. I don't think he'll give you a divorce that easily. I would be really careful if I were you.
Please stop! I don't want some scumbag like that in my life! Anyway, I can't rely on my folks anymore.
I see. But hey, you'll figure it out. It seems like they didn't get divorced after all. They're still living together, apparently. For Ted, it was a big blow, I bet. He was completely unaware of Sarah's relationship with her parents, and they hardly even speak now. He quickly found out that it was impossible to squeeze any money out of them. About their kids, Kimmy and little Tommy, well, they just dumped them on her parents. And Sarah, she's working day and night to make a living for her gigolo husband. But fortunately, the kids are being brought up by Sarah's parents, and they're apparently very happy. I guess everything turned out fine. Except for these two. LMAO.
Sorry, Darren. I'm gonna be late. Can't make dinner tonight. Could you make do with what's in the fridge? Sorry. Oh, and could you give Johnny a bath and put him to bed too?
Yeah, no problem. Something come up at work?
Yeah, just a little something with Johnny's school mom. Got an urgent meeting. It's David's mother. Something about his anger issues. Not sure.
David, huh? Haven't heard that name from Johnny much.
Yes, she just moved in nearby. Just started kindergarten. Also just got divorced. You know, single mom. So, kind of hard to bring up a kid alone. She seemed really distraught. Figured I should, you know, counsel her.
I get it. Well, Nance, if you say so, guess it's pretty serious. Alright, I'll take care of things at home, so no worries. Take your time.
Thanks, I owe you. When you get home, I'll head out. So, leave it to you.
No problem. Be careful.
Hey, Darren, I need your help again. Got a call from David's mom.
Again? Today? That's 3 days in a row. You okay with it? Are you sure she's okay? Not being used, I hope. Sure seems like it.
Nothing like that. The divorce, you know, was kind of hard on her. Apparently, her ex-husband cheated on her. The ex kicked her and their kid out with practically nothing. So, emotionally, she's a wreck. Seems that just talking with me relieves her stress. She's looking way happier recently. I want to help her out just a little more.
Well, nice of you and all, Nance, but Johnny's been pretty lonely recently too. Mom's been gone and all. Just end it ASAP or when things seem right, okay?
I know, don't worry. I got this. I just can't leave it alone. I have a kid the same age too. Can't just look the other way. You do understand, right, honey? Just until she's back on her feet. I know I'm putting you and Johnny in a tight spot, but a little longer. Moms have to help each other in situations like this. Please, be patient a bit longer.
Can't complain about mommy stuff. Guess you have to do what you have to do. Just don't get too fixated on it, okay?
Yes, I know. Okay, I'm off.
Don't be so late.
I won't. Good morning. Sorry, I just got up. Did you take Johnny to kindergarten? Thanks.
What do you mean, just got up? Hey, Nance, don't tell me you were out all night. Were you drinking with David's mom till morning? Come on, get your shit together, would you? Please? How long do you intend to be involved with this woman? She must be fine by now.
What can I say? I have to help her. I was listening to her and one thing led to another. Just talking all night. Lost track of time. We were drinking a bit and just kind of fell asleep. When I came to, it was morning. I'm headed home now. Don't worry.
Hey, you're way too involved with this mom. You go out to consult with her like 4 times a week. Half the time you come home in the morning. I'm doing all the household stuff and taking care of Johnny. He's just a kid, Nance. You also mentioned taking this mom out to eat. You seem to be taking quite a bit of money from home. What's up with that? Come on, Nance. Enough is enough.
What am I supposed to do? David's mom is really having a hard time, you know. Her husband has an affair and just dumps her and the kid. She has to bring up her kid alone. I have to help her. That's why I want to console her and release some of that stress. I felt sorry for her and invited her out. How can I make her pay?
Sorry, but you're really overdoing it. You keep saying school mom friends are so important. You really don't even know her well. Only been a couple of months, right? You turn a blind eye to your household chores and your own kid, take money out of your household savings, and for what? For some woman you met 2 months ago? Come on, Nance, wake up! Either way, it really does not make sense.
But if I just ignore them, then what? They are allowed to fend for themselves. For a mom that has the same age kid, I just can't look the other way.
But why you? Why do you have to stick with them 24/7 for God's sake? If she's having so much trouble, she could find official help. Like some kind of hospital, or community reach center, or maybe... there must be something. How about counseling? Leave it to the pros.
Counseling? Hospital? That's insensitive! Like saying there's something wrong with her. And she's not sick or anything. Just tired. Stressed out. She can't just take time off from work either. I wouldn't advise such a thing.
This mommy friend or whatever you call them seems strange to me. Being single and having no money and with a little kid, I can see how hard that could be. But calling out a mom from school, staying out till the wee hours of the morning, and making that person pay for it all? She knows you have a kid the same age. I have to say, this all seems really weird. This has gone on way too long. I want you to cut all ties with her. Think of your own family.
Cut ties? Why do I have to do such a drastic thing?
Listen, and listen carefully. I'm not going to say this again. Cut all ties with this so-called mommy friend. If you're going to dump on your own family and not even discuss this issue or find ways to fix it, if so, I'm not going to just sit back and take it.
So you want me to just cast them aside, is that it? David's mom is distraught. Her husband dumped her and her child with nothing. All I'm doing is listening to her grievance and giving her advice. What's so wrong with that? I wish you would not butt into stuff about my friends.
I have no intention of butting in when it comes to your girlfriends, but I do have the right to say something when it comes to relationships with men.
What? Relationships with men? David's mom is a woman, for your information.
Forget it. If you had just changed your attitude or just told me the truth, I thought I'd just leave it at that and say nothing. But if you have no intention, you asked for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you want to say? Let's hear it.
I already know what's going on. That so-called David's mom, there's no such person. She doesn't exist. Then you lied about helping your mommy friend, and that you were off seeing some guy.
What the hell are you talking about? That this friend is not real? That I'm seeing some guy? Have you gone bonkers? I can't believe why you came to that conclusion.
Even if it's a lie, you won't deny it, huh? Why did I come to that conclusion, you say? You've been going to see this David's mom person for 2 months. That's pretty long. Why would I not check up on you?
Did you check up on me?
At first, I just wanted to see what this mommy friend of yours was like. When I went to pick up Johnny at the kindergarten, I asked around about this friend of yours. But it's strange. After asking around, nobody heard of this David kid that recently arrived.
No, that can't be right. Some kind of mistake for sure.
I even asked all the teachers. There was no recent David in the age group, much less in the other age groups. There was one David, but I talked to his dad. Nice guy, by the way. I asked some other mothers you said we were friendly with, but they said you had no new mommy friends. Actually, they said you'd finish up early and just hurry home. Seems so strange. So I asked the detective agency to check you out.
Detective agency? When did you do that?
I guess it was about a month ago. Those detective agencies are really thorough. Snapped a bunch of photos for me. Like one where you were going into a hotel with some guy.
Seriously? No way! That's not possible!
Oh, and I had them check your line messages too. Here's one. I just saved my mommy friend and he's like, okie dokie, what a dunce, LMAO. And here, you're seeing this mommy friend too much. He's desperate, lol. Nice messages. I found out everything.
Did you know from that far back? Then why didn't you?
Why didn't I say something sooner? I figured you were still Johnny's mom, so for the sake of Johnny, divorce was not in the cards for me. But you had no remorse or any willingness to fix it, and just opted to lie to us. So I came to the conclusion that life would be better for the both of us if you were out of the picture. Let's get a divorce.
Wait a sec. Please, not so fast. Okay, I understand. I will tell you the truth. Everything. So, please don't talk about divorce. Please?
Sorry, there's nothing I want to hear from you. I got all the proof I need for your infidelity. Truth? No thanks. Too late for that.
Wait, please. Let's discuss this like adults. I'll head home now and wait for you guys to get home. Let's talk, please.
Even if you head home, we won't be there. I'm headed to your parents' place with Johnny. I'm just getting on the highway, as a matter of fact.
Huh? My parents' place?
Yes. To your place. Your parents have to see what you did, right?
Please, turn that car around and come home, please. You don't have to tell my folks anything.
We're getting divorced. Have to make it clear who's at fault, right? By the way, I sent all the evidence to my parents' place through my little sister. Do you want to talk? Come over to your parents' place. We're waiting. Of course, this is not about getting divorced or not. This is about who will take care of Johnny and the settlement I want. No use running. Your brother is already on his way to pick you up.
No way. Please, I beg you. Not divorce, please. I'll do anything. I beg of you. Please.
Sorry, I can't believe a word you say anymore, you lying tramp! Okay, I'm just around the corner from your place. See you later. I heard later that she met up with her brother, and he forcibly took her home. I told her that as long as I got sole custody of Johnny, I didn't need anything else from them. But her parents pleaded with me to have joint custody, and they would make her pay all compensation to me, including alimony, until Johnny came of age. Nancy, of course, was angry and would not relent at first. But after her mom cried her eyes out and her dad almost slapped her silly, she finally relented and signed the divorce papers. Nancy went back home, and in order to pay my settlement and education costs for her son, she started working at her brother's company. I went back to my parents' place, and with their help, and some help from my little sister, I'm bringing up little Johnny the best I can. Johnny was a little gloomy after separating from his mother, but with a cheerful family around, he gradually seemed to brighten up. My task from now on is to bring up my son and teach him to be a loving and considerate person.
Miranda. It's been a while.
Is that you, Emma? Hey, long time. How are you?
I guess it's been about 2 years since you quit the company.
Good to hear from you. What's up?
Well, don't be surprised. I'm getting married.
Seriously? That's awesome. Congrats. Are you planning on a wedding ceremony?
Of course. I want to invite just family and close friends. I've always dreamed of having one overseas somewhere. Not sure when. Up to his schedule, I suppose.
Is your boyfriend busy? Is that it?
About him. He was married until pretty recently.
Okay. Is that possibly...
No, not an affair or anything like that. He got divorced after realizing he loved me. It was a decision he made on his own.
Okay, I get it.
He wasn't getting along with his wife recently, I guess. He realized how much I meant to him and finally made up his mind to tell his wife.
Not really sure about all this. So you're saying you guys are starting out clean after his divorce, right?
That's exactly right. Our relationship is clean, nothing messy. Oh, and also, I plan on being a full-time housewife, so I already submitted my resignation. Tomorrow's my last day.
Your dream was to quit once you found the right guy, wasn't it?
Yes, you remember. When you quit because you were getting married, I was so envious.
I remember you saying that, lol. So, what's your husband like?
He's a client, a regular at a company. Always popped in for meetings or what have you. You may even remember him, Miranda.
Really? Wonder who it could be.
Bob Edwards from the U Corporation. Remember him?
What?
Whenever he came to the office, he would always say hello to me. So nice. I always sort of had an attraction to him. Whenever I was making him some coffee or bringing in some documents, he always complimented me. It was like love at first sight for both of us.
Sure, is that it?
That's more than enough. His affection just seeps through. It hit me like a blast of fresh air.
Right. When did the divorce thing come up?
Bob's college buddy works at our company. When I went out to lunch with the others at a nearby restaurant, Bob was there with other clients. It was then that I overheard him say that his divorce went through and he was ready to move on. Right then and there I thought, he did this for me.
Okay, right.
He was hinting that he was all ready to marry me. Right now, I'm waiting for his official proposal. Can't wait. I think I'm in heaven. What am I going to do?
Hey, Emma.
What? What is it?
You're just joking. What you just wrote, right? You're pranking me. Is that it?
What? Why would I do that? Why would I prank you? And why would I joke about such a happy time in my life? Oh, I forgot. When you were working, you were in charge of Bob's account, weren't you? I get it. You liked him. Is that it?
No. Hey, Emma.
I don't know how you met and got married to your current husband, but I guess everything turned out A-okay.
Emma, I got something to say.
I mean, think about it. Bob's gonna be my husband.
Bob is my husband.
What?
When I quit because I was getting married, I thought I told everyone.
Really? I don't remember. But Bob is divorced now, so... Wait a sec. Okay, I get it. So you, Miranda, you're his ex-wife. Darn, sorry. I was so happy I lied to everyone. I didn't realize...
Hey, Emma.
Don't worry, I'll make him happy on your behalf, so rest assured.
We did get a divorce, on paper, but we immediately reinstated the marriage. It's a long story.
What? What are you talking about? Now you're the one that's joking.
I can't talk about the details. Privacy concerns, you know? But there was a complicated issue involving Bob's parents. Well, as a result, he had to use my maiden name. In order to do so, we had to first get divorced and then remarry. That way, the paperwork would be official. Bit confusing, I know. Anyway, it was the quickest way to solve the issue.
Are you being serious?
What Bob said about the divorce going through and everything was ready. What he meant was he was ready to cut ties with his family.
What? So Bob is...
His last name changed, but he is still my husband.
But, wait on a second. But Bob, he still loves me. What does he think? He has a say in it too.
Sorry to be so direct, but Emma, this is all your imagination. He had no intention of marrying you.
Just to my imagination?
Yes, Bob's standing right here next to me.
What? He's there with you?
He says he knows you as a secretary at one of the companies he has accounts with, that's all. He of course greets and treats his top clients with courtesy. In business, it's a given. In other words, his smile and compliments are just part of doing business.
What? Say again. Hold on 1 second. That can't be right. I was planning on getting married to Bob. I had submitted my resignation. This is not happening. How could you do this to me?
Oh, BTW. Did you verify any of this with Bob himself?
Verify?
You know, about the divorce or about what he thinks of you. Basic stuff. You haven't even conveyed your own feelings to him, did you?
Our hearts are intertwined. We don't need to verify any of that. This is awful. How could could you? This is deceitful! Pay me compensation for emotional distress!
Okay, I get it. You did not verify his feelings or check on the situation ahead. Am I right so far?
But our hearts are in the right place! We're connected!
That's what I mean by just your imagination. Over hasty, jumping the gun. Whatever you want to call it. Besides, you don't even know Bob's number or even his line.
What? I was, if our hearts are intertwined.
But in reality, it was all your imagination. The reality is Bob is married to me, and he opted to cut ties with me in order to spend his life with me. Now that's love. Are you still going to insist that your hearts are intertwined?
Wait, this is not happening. What?
I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable with you, Emma. You scare me. I'm gonna block your line, sorry.
Hey, wait, please!
Emma was a former coworker. We were a little friendly, I suppose, but I never took her for someone that would invent some fantasy. A former coworker told me about her later on. After that line conversation, she immediately tried to reinstate her job resignation, but it was not to be, and she had no choice but to resign. Several days after that, my friend said she saw Emma trying to ambush Bob outside his office. But Bob had already transferred to another office, related to issues concerning his family. But Emma did not know this and continued to wait outside the office for him to appear. Finally, someone called complaining about a suspicious person. Eventually, the police arrived and took her away. She apparently went back to her parents' place and is now receiving counseling. So I hear.
Mary, what the hell? Stop ignoring me. You can't just ignore me forever. Pick up. Sorry for the late reply. Ugh, finally. Sorry, I was doing the laundry. What's going on? You know what I'm talking about? Ugh. I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what you're talking about. Could you just tell me? You're a terrible liar. I know you're seeing Ken. What? You mean my brother-in-law? Yes! Why are you doing this? I'm not seeing him. He's my husband's brother. Why would I do that? I'd never betray him like that. Bet you don't have a problem with betraying me, right? What are you talking about? I said I didn't do anything with Ken. Stop lying! I don't know what else to tell you. Why are you saying all this? Maybe this is just a big misunderstanding. Ha! You're such a liar! You met up with Ken today, at the station. Huh? At the station? You work during the day, right? You're supposed to be working, not seeing other people's husbands. Wait, was this during lunch? You admitted it! See? I knew! Can you let me finish? I took the day off today. I had to go see a doctor. On my way home, I ran into him. I talked to him, but only for a minute or two. You're just making excuses. Fine. Why don't you ask him yourself then? He'll just lie about it. He was cheating on me. I wouldn't believe a word he says. Look, that's between you two, but I'm not having an affair, okay? You're terrible. You know that? You're a snake. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna sue you. I'll see you in court. You're not even listening to me. Kyle, sorry to bother you. I know you're working, but can we talk?
Sure, what's up?
I'm in a bit of trouble.
What happened?
My sister-in-law, Blair, she thinks I'm having an affair with her husband, Ken.
Huh?
But it's not true.
I know that, but why? How did this happen?
On my way home from the doctor's office, I ran into Ken near the station.
Ah, around lunchtime, right? He told me about that.
Yeah, and she saw us talking, and now she thinks we're dating or something. She said she was gonna sue me.
What? Why?
No idea.
I'm confused. But maybe you should go stay at your parents' house for a while. Just stay away from her.
Okay, I'll call them.
Try and get someone to pick you up. Blair can get pretty crazy when she gets mad. Just don't go outside by yourself. I'll be home in a bit. We'll figure this out.
Okay.
And take a screenshot of the messages she sent you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Sure. Call me if you need anything. I'll tell Ken about this.
Thanks. Mary? Where are you? Are you at my house? Yes? You were seeing my husband. We gotta talk. Where are you? Why aren't you home? I won't be back for a while. Huh? And like I said before, I'm not seeing your husband. I have a husband, and I love him very much. You're just saying that as a cover. Stop running away. Come back and talk to me. Kyle said there was no need for that. What? I told my husband about this. You're unbelievable. Why is he helping you? You betrayed him. There's just no talking to you. Whatever. I'm done with this. Stop texting me. Mary, long time no talk. Hi? I heard you had a baby. Congrats. Thank you. I'm just kidding, you idiot. Screw you. Ugh, not this again. Shut up. When I heard you were pregnant, I knew I had to make a move. Huh? Kyle, he's infertile, right? That means your baby is Ken's. I'm gonna run a DNA test. You're finished.
Hello, Blair. It's me, Kyle.
Huh?
I'm here with Mary. I'm using her phone.
Ah, right. What's wrong with you, huh? Your wife cheated on you. Why are you still defending her? The baby isn't even yours. You know that, right?
Look, I'll just come out and say it.
What?
Mary's the one that was receiving infertility treatment.
Huh?
And the baby is mine.
What are you saying?
We've been doing this for a while. We've been receiving infertility treatment.
What? You mean?
Yes, it was artificial insemination. The baby is ours. 100%.
What? But wait, that has nothing to do with her seeing my husband.
About that. Why do you think they were seeing each other? It doesn't really make sense.
I saw them together. I even got some pics.
So they were kissing or something?
No, but they were together.
She was going to see a doctor that day. You can check with the clinic if you want. And Ken, you can check his time card. He was back at the office about 10 minutes later. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you.
But I got a picture.
Ken saw the picture too, right? He said it was just a picture of them talking near the station. That proves nothing.
Ugh.
Ken told me you two had a long talk about this. He said he didn't know what else to tell you. You guys haven't talked to each other in a while, right?
So what? He's cheating on me.
You just don't give up, do you? If you keep doing this, I'll sue you for defamation.
Sue me? Yeah, right.
You're accusing people for no reason. And Ken? You know what he's up to these days?
Huh?
He left the house about 2 days ago. Did you even notice?
What?
He said he moved out most of his stuff already. And that apartment? The contract expires at the end of next month.
What? Liar?
Go check his room then.
No. His stuff, it's all gone.
Now do you believe me? And look, we know everything. You were the one that was cheating on him.
Huh? Are you serious? Don't even go there.
It's too late. When you accused him of having an affair, he felt like something was off. So he hired a PI to look into you and... Yeah, we already know who the guy is and everything.
PI? Are you serious?
Pictures, voice recordings, videos. He's got more than enough evidence.
Wait, it's not like that.
That's why you were doing all of this. You wanted a divorce, but you needed something against your husband so that the courts would rule in your favor. Isn't that right?
No, it's not true.
Oh? But we got proof.
Huh?
Remember that time when you used Ken's car while he was out? You were in the car with your boyfriend. The entire footage was caught on the dash cam.
Dash cam?
I got some pics! I'm gonna use this to get a divorce and sue them for damages! I think those were your exact words.
No.
Dash cams these days, they're so high-tech. Oh, and you're not even married to him anymore.
What?
Remember those divorce papers you showed him a few weeks ago? He filled them out and handed them in.
Hold on, wait.
Too late. His lawyer will be paying you a visit real soon. And your parents are really upset about this too. They said they were coming over to see you as well.
What? No, someone's at the door.
Talk about good timing. It's over. Ken moved out and got a new job. He got a new number and everything. Blair could no longer contact him directly. His lawyer took care of everything. Blair tried to fight it at first, saying she wasn't going to pay a dime, but her dad tore her a new one. After a long talk, she finally agreed to pay him for damages. Oh, and her boyfriend's wife sued her as well. Blair and her boyfriend tried to pin this on each other. They got in a huge fight and broke up. After that, Blair's parents cut all ties with her. She now works 3 jobs to pay off her debt. Good riddance.
Hey, Helen. Where's your daughter going to go to school after graduation? Hey, Joyce. After graduation? Yeah. She's going to go to culinary school. Seriously? She's not gonna go to college? This is what she wants to do, so I guess not. You sure about this? She should at least get a bachelor's degree first. What about your daughter? Is she going to college? Of course! I want the best for her, so college is a must. Well, as long as she's happy. I asked my daughter if she wanted to go to college, but she wants to be a chef, so it's not my call. But think about it. What if she wants to get a normal job? A college degree is a must if you want a good job. Why give up on that now? Where is your daughter applying to? A university. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, she's really smart, so... your daughter would never get in, though. No offense. None taken. But, culinary school? Seriously? It's what she wants to do, so... Yeah. Anyways, do you know which school Bob is applying to? Bob? Yeah, my daughter wants to know. Oh. Why not just ask? She did, but he didn't tell her. You know anything about it? It's not for me to say. I knew it! He's applying to a university, isn't he? Huh? Why do you think that? You know! Our daughters are fighting over him. Wait, what? Oh, stop playing dumb. I can see right through you. Huh? Your daughter is good friends with him? And if you're not telling me anything, he must be applying to the same school. I don't understand. I'm not telling you because it's none of my business. Whatever. I know he's gonna apply to a university. He's a real smart kid, so... I guess. Whatever. I gotta go. Okay. Good luck to your daughter. Helen! My daughter got into a university! Congratulations! Thanks! I'm so relieved. What about your daughter? Huh? I told you. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. No college for her, right? She couldn't get in, huh? I'm really sorry. It's just that most parents send their kids to college, so I just assumed. I'm really sorry. She chose to go to culinary school. Well, college wasn't even a choice for her, so whatever, as long as she's happy. Sorry about bragging. It's not gotta be easy for your daughter, but best of luck to her. This is partially your fault too, you know. Anyways, good luck. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. After graduation, we're going on vacation. We got a vacation house down in Miami, so we're gonna be there until she starts college. Sounds fun. You going anywhere for summer vacation? Nope. What? Why? My daughter is going to live by herself, so we gotta help her get ready and stuff. Oh, the culinary school is far from home? Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive. Oh, dear. I guess that was the only school she could get into. Not really. It was her first choice, actually. Yeah, sure, whatever. It's not easy admitting to yourself that you failed as a parent. It must be hard. But don't beat yourself up, okay? Okay. Hey, did Bob get into a university? Huh? I'm sure he got in. My My daughter heard that he was applying to the Faculty of Economics, so she did the same. They're gonna have so much fun in college together. Okay. Oh, look at the time. We're going out to dinner to celebrate. Bye now. Hey, Helen. We're off to Miami. Bye. Have fun. I'll get you something nice. No need. Stop being so unfriendly. You're probably just jealous. Whatever. Bye. Hey! What the hell? Hey! Huh? What's the matter? You know what I'm talking about. It's about Bob. He's not even going to a university. What the hell? Oh, that. Huh? You knew? Well, I guess. What the hell? You told me he was going to a university. She's so upset. I never told you that. Liar! I didn't say anything. It was none of my business. Why did you assume that he was going there in the first place? I didn't say anything. Oh, so you're blaming me now? Well, yeah. I didn't say anything, so don't blame me. What? You tricked me! Oh, what? It's too late to apologize now. No, I'm actually with Bob right now. What? Why? He's helping my daughter move. What the hell? He's gonna be my daughter's boyfriend. Stop getting in her way! How dare you! For once, can you listen to me? Stay out of the way, loser. Listen, this is important. It's about your daughter. What is it? You're still in Miami, right? Yeah, so? Did you hand in all the paperwork for college? What? What are you talking about? That's what you're worried about? You think I'm stupid? I'll do it as soon as I get home. Oh, I see. So you didn't do it yet. So what? You think you're better than me now? You're pathetic. You're such a loser. Is your daughter there? Yeah. Is she okay? Huh? Look, don't panic, but... What is it? The paperwork? It was due a week ago. What? Bob texted your daughter about it, but she didn't respond, so... Is she okay? What? Hold on. It was due a week ago? Yeah. You didn't read the forms? What? No. Hold on. No. So wait. She can't go to a university now? I don't know. I guess you should call them and ask. I'd hurry if I were you. Helen, please help me. Can you fill out her paperwork for me? What? Even if I leave now, I won't be back until tomorrow. We have to hurry. Please? You need all kinds of documents for this. I don't think I can just do it for you. What? There's not much I can do. What am I supposed to do then? Not sure what to tell you. No. Just call the school. Then everything will be fine? I don't know. That's up to them, I guess. What if they say no? Then I guess she'll have to try again next year. Oh, no! She stopped texting me after that. She lived in the neighborhood, so I still saw her from time to time. But she never said a word to me. And even though she passed the exam, her daughter couldn't get into college due to the missing paperwork. She was really upset about that. Poor girl. And Bob dumped her too, so I felt really bad for her. I heard she became a shut-in after that. On the other hand, my daughter graduated from culinary school. She was now a chef at a local restaurant. I'm so proud of her.
Jenna! Long time no talk. It's me, Liza. Liza? It's been forever. How long has it been? How did you get my number? Why does that matter? Answer my question. Last time we talked was at graduation, so 9 years? Oh, wow. Time flies. How did you get my number? Hey, I heard you got married. What? Answer me! Yeah, cool. How did you get my number? Is this your husband? How did you... Your husband. He's my boyfriend. What? You're joking, right? Nope. Want proof? Well, last Sunday, he went out, right? Yeah. We went shopping together. Then we went to a hotel. And when we were shopping, we found these awesome shoes, so we bought matching pairs. I got red ones, and he got blue ones. Yay! Blue shoes? He said he got those for jogging. Let me guess. He goes jogging around 6, 7 in the morning, or 8, 9 at night, right? How do you know that? Because he's coming to see me. Duh. What? He runs to my house and we do it in my car. So he's having an affair. I guess you can call it that. So you got this number from his phone? Yep. Okay. I should probably apologize, but I'm not gonna. I don't have to. Why? You're gonna make me say it. You already forgot? Remember what we talked about? I made you say it over and over again. Ugh. Say it, or I'm gonna beat you up just like the old days. Say it. What's mine is yours. Good! So, that means your husband is mine. Got it? You're asking me to get a divorce? Well, yeah. I just wanted to sleep with him at first, but he's a CEO, right? I had no idea. And his house is huge. He's too good for you. And I'm almost 30, so I want to get married soon. So yeah, he's mine now. I need some time to think about this. What? Think about what? It's done. It's not that simple. We're legally married, so I can't just give him to you. You stole my boyfriend once in the past, but this is different. Oh. You got a divorce too, right? Then you know how complicated this is. Who told you about my divorce? Not sure, but I heard it from someone. Whatever. But you're right. Divorce takes time. Just get it done. I'll give you some time to figure things out. Okay. Good. Just hurry up. Okay. Jenna, how long is this gonna take? I told you to hurry up. I gotta get married before I turn 30. Hurry up. Hurry up. Liza, I was just texting you. The divorce has been finalized. Oh, yeah? Good. I'm gonna hand in the marriage papers then. Oh, but he's still here. Oh, it's fine. I already filled it out. We just have to hand it in. Oh, I see. Well, pack up your things and go. I will. Almost done. Good girl. Let's hear you say it one more time. What's mine is yours. Good. Jenna, what the hell? What's the matter? Why are you sending his stuff to my house? Why is he leaving the house? What the hell? What's going on? We got a divorce, so he left. What? I want to live in that big house. That's our house. Get out! Wait, he didn't tell you? Huh? This house is under my father's name. What? Yeah, it's my dad's house. He was letting us use it. Wait, what the hell? I thought you didn't have a dad. And your mom got sick right before graduation, didn't she? What the hell is going on? Ugh, you said you didn't even know who your father was. And you had no relatives either. Your mom was the only family you had, right? That's what they told me, but about 5 years ago? You found your dad? Yeah, like the saying goes, truth is stranger than fiction. What happened? Turns out my dad was CEO of this big company. What? He wanted to marry my mom, but couldn't for some reason, and a few years later, he married someone else. He had no idea that I existed. But then 5 years ago, my mom died, and he found out about me and came to see me. He even gave me a job at his company. What the hell? You serious? I know it sounds too good to be true, but you're for real? Yeah. Wow. But wait, this is good news for me too, right? Why? That big house of yours? Tell your dad to give it to me. I don't think so. Why not? What's yours is mine. Just shut up and hand it over. No, I mean, he's selling the house. What? When my dad found out that my ex-husband was inviting his mistress over to the house, he decided to sell it. Huh? He never invited me. Oh, I'm not talking about you, Liza. I'm talking about his other mistress. Huh? What? No, that can't be. Stop lying. This can't be. Oh, and my dad just bought his company, so... What? His company wasn't doing so well when we got married, but my dad helped him out and saved his company. But then this happened. Needless to say, my dad was furious. What? But then, he's no longer the CEO. He's just a normal employee now. And things got really awkward for him. I heard he quit a few days ago. He got a nice severance package, but he still has to pay me for damages, so I wouldn't count on it. So he's poor and out of a job? And his parents cut all ties with him, so he's homeless too. No! I already got married to him. I don't want him. That's not my problem. I don't want him. Just give me your house. Okay. Really? If you can pay $2 million in cash, sure. What? Shut up! What's yours is mine. Say it! Say it! Now! Do it! Like I said, it's my dad's house. I can't just give it to you. I'll beat you up. Grow up. You little... I know people. I'll send people over to your house. Oh, the thing is, I got bodyguards now. What? One of my relatives almost got kidnapped a few years ago. After that, everyone in our family got bodyguards. So yeah, if you want to send your people over, go ahead. You'll just end up getting hurt. What? You're threatening me? Not really. Can you just drop this? Stop texting me. I don't want to use my dad to scare you off, but he's really mad at you. I've never seen him so mad. What? Just don't ever contact me again. And leave town with my ex-husband. That's all you gotta do. Wait, what about my job? I can't just quit. How am I supposed to get a new job? If you leave by the end of the month, I'll go easy on you in court. What? By the way, my ex-husband's other mistress, she paid me in full and left town yesterday. You're joking, right? I'm trying to be nice here. You'll hear from my lawyer soon. Lawyer? You pushed me around for years, but not anymore. I want you out of my life. A few weeks later, Liza tried to divorce my ex-husband. Turns out they were drunk when they filled out the marriage papers, so she claimed that the marriage was null and void. But Liza was the only thing my ex-husband had now. He went crazy when she told him she wanted a divorce. She had no choice but to stay with him. Now she works 3 jobs to provide for him. Sucks to be her. Anyways, thanks to my dad, they were both out of my life. But I can't depend on him forever. I gotta learn to stand on my own 2 feet. Anyways, time to move on with my life. Liz, hey! Hey, Beth. I just heard. You're building a new house, right? You're gonna live with my mom, right? Yeah. It's been 3 years since my father-in-law passed on, and my husband will be back home in a year or so. His mother is sick, so we thought it would be best to live together. I see. It's not much, though. She'll have her own room and kitchen, but that's about it. So you hired an architect or something? Yeah. Oh, okay. I want my own room, too. And I want a lot of storage space. Huh? I have a lot of stuff, so I need more space for my things. Didn't your mother talk to you? About what? About moving out and getting a job. Oh, that. Yeah, she was saying something, but I don't remember. And I'm still trying to become a comic book artist. I need all the help I can get. But you've been saying that for 10 years now. Maybe you should think about getting a real job? I know. But one day I'll make it big. Then the money will start rolling in. Until then, I need everyone to support me. Think of it like an investment. But it's been 10 years already. Whatever. Just trust me, okay? I already talked to my mom about this, so... Anyways, can't wait for the new house! Bob, you still working? We gotta talk. It's about your sister.
Hey, just got off. I'm on the bus right now.
Oh, okay.
What did she do this time?
Nothing yet, but it's about the new house. She thinks she's moving in with us. She told me what kind of room she wanted.
Oh, that. Mom told me about that. She told her to move out, but she didn't listen.
Oh.
She's still saying she wants to be a comic book artist, but her drawing is terrible. And she's been saying this for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Might need to use some tough love here.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to my mom. If she says anything to you again, tell her you know nothing about the house and that she should talk to me, okay?
Okay. You're the only one who can talk to her, so...
Yeah. Sorry about all this. Just hang in there.
Roger that. Thanks. Liz! When are the movers coming? I already packed up my stuff. They said they're getting another truck for your stuff. They'll be there in the afternoon. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a nap then. Liz! What the hell? What's going on? Hey! What is it? What's going on? Why is my great uncle here? Huh? My grandpa's brother. The most powerful man in the family. I hate dealing with him. Oh, okay. I've only met him once, so I don't know much about that, but... Whatever. Just come pick me up. And where's Mom? Where's Bob? Where are you? Huh? We left already. What? Why are you leaving me? Huh? What do you mean? You thought you were coming with us? Yes! They're saying they're gonna send my stuff to my great uncle's house or something. They're telling me I gotta work at their company's factory or something. What the hell is going on? Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Just come pick me up! Now! They're taking my stuff as we speak! Like I said before, Bob is in charge of everything, so I know nothing. I'm just doing what he tells me. Give me the address of your new house! Forget my stuff! I'll meet you there! Can you talk to Bob? He's not picking up! That's why I'm texting you!
Beth, it's me, Bob.
Huh?
I blocked you on my phone, so I'm using Liz's phone.
You blocked me? Why?
Look, listen to me carefully. First, you're not moving in with us. I told you this many times.
What? Stop messing around! I told Liz I wanted a big room with lots of storage!
We never agreed to that. And Mom told you the same thing. You're not moving in with us.
But I'm trying to become a comic book artist. I can't do that if I'm working all day long and living by myself.
When are you gonna make it as a comic book artist, huh?
Huh?
It's been 10 years. How many pieces have you written? Did you contact any publishers? Did you submit your work anywhere? Dad bought you that really nice computer, but you never use it to write comic books. All you do is surf the net and watch videos on YouTube.
I'm gathering information. I need to know the latest trends and stuff to write comic books.
What comic books? You haven't written a piece in years.
Of course I have.
You talking about that website for new and upcoming artists? I know about that too.
Huh?
Everyone there is much better than you. You've been posting your work there for 8 years now, but you haven't improved a bit.
What?
And you only post like once or twice a year. And it's always just a rough sketch of a drawing.
I'm working on it. You just don't know about it. I'm trying my best. What?
You talking about that light novel author? The one you've been sending your drawings to? Check out my drawing! Can't wait to work with you!
Wait, how did you...
You don't know, do you? The editor of that light novel? It's John, our second cousin.
Wait, what? No way! I had no idea! But wait, he's the editor. That means I'm set. Why didn't you tell me before?
That's not my point. John has been doing this for a while, so he knows what he's talking about. And when he saw your drawing, you know what he said?
He said it was good, right?
I can draw better than this. Those were his exact words.
What?
Look, you've been saying this for 10 years now, but you were all talk. You were just a shut-in.
What?
And Mom and Dad told you this many times. They were fine with you chasing your dreams, but they told you to come up with a plan. But you never did. I told you the same thing many times, but you never listened. I told you about those drawing schools, but you didn't even listen to me. You never listened to anyone.
But we're family. I thought you'd help me out.
We told you many times, no. We made ourselves pretty clear. And this was a year ago, so you had plenty of time to figure something out.
But this isn't fair.
Just be glad you got a place to stay and a job. Why are you complaining?
But I want to be a comic book artist.
There's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams. And our great uncle agrees. But you're an adult now. You gotta stop leeching off of people.
No, I want to live with you guys, please.
Forget this! Grow up already! Bye!
No, don't leave me. Beth got sent off to her great-uncle's factory after that. She now lives in a dormitory next to the factory. But it had free internet and a cafeteria, so it wasn't that bad. When she got there, she locked herself in her room and went on a hunger strike to protest. But it didn't work. She gave up 3 days later. She finally gave up and started working at the factory. Good news is, she was actually pretty handy. She got the hang of it in no time. I was glad to hear that. I sure hope things work out for her.
What did you think of today's story? Waiting for your comments. Please stop by again. If you like this story, click the like button and subscribe.
Ruth? What the heck do you think you're doing getting married before me? Isn't that a little insensitive of you? Everyone knows the cutest sister should get married first. There's a proper order to these things, you know. You need to respect that. It should be illegal for someone as ugly as you to get married before me. Ugh, I wish you'd stop trying to ruin my life already.
Is that really you, Sharon? I almost didn't believe it when I saw the message. It's been that long. What do you want? Why are you messaging me out of the blue after all this time? I don't know what you mean by the proper order of things, but surely anyone would be free to get married whenever they want to. And really, how exactly am I trying to ruin your life? Isn't this all a bit dramatic?
It's not dramatic because you are. You really, really are.
How? I'm not even in a relationship.
It's pointless trying to hide it, I know. I know you guys are already making plans for the wedding day.
I just told you I'm not even in a relationship. That means I'm single, you dummy.
Whatever, liar. Liar, pants on fire. I'm the one who should be getting married first. Do you understand? Me. I'd be a laughing stock if my cave troll of a sister got married before me. I'm the beautiful one. Why can't you consider my reputation for once? I have to be the first one to get married.
You are aware that if you have a boyfriend, you guys are free to get married whenever you like, right? I'm really not stopping you. In fact, I'm rooting for you. You go, girl. You can complain at me till you're blue in the face, but it isn't gonna put a ringer on your finger, you know?
Duh, I know that. But I'm still not letting you get married first. This wedding is not going ahead.
You're right, it's not. Because as I keep trying to tell you, I'm single. The next day.
Ruth,
I heard that you're planning on getting married without mine or Sharon's permission. Is this true? This wedding is not happening. I won't allow it.
Huh? Oh lord, not you two.
Excuse me?
I have no idea how Sharon got into her head that I'm getting married, but I can assure you I'm not.
Liar! She said she saw you, so there's no point in lying. We know, Ruth.
I see. So you also intend on completely ignoring everything I say and causing a huge fuss over nothing, huh? Good grief, you two haven't changed a bit.
Regardless of what you say, it's only right that Sharon be the first one to get married. Can you imagine how upset your beautiful sister would be if you got married before her? What with your face being as unfortunate as it is. You're a grown woman and you need to start thinking about your little sister's reputation in the eyes of the world for once. She'd never heard the end of it.
I said this to Sharon too. But if she has a boyfriend, she's free to get married whenever she likes. I'm not stopping her at all, and she doesn't need to worry about me one bit. Being senselessly harassed by my estranged family over an imaginary wedding is kind of annoying, and I'd appreciate if you stopped.
Excuse me?
Wasn't I clear enough? Try this instead then. Leave me alone. 1 month later.
Hey sis! I found a 100% foolproof guaranteed way of getting married before you.
What? Are you really still going on about this? Aren't you bored yet? Don't you have anything better to do than pester me? Over something that doesn't even make any sense, no less.
Well, you're still making plans for the wedding, aren't you?
Like I told you countless times, I'm single and I have no plans to get married.
You're gonna love this. I hit upon a way to make you give up on your wedding and get married before you. You can consider this message as a declaration of war.
What exactly are you planning on doing?
That's for me to know and you to find out. The plan's going full steam ahead starting tomorrow, so you better prepare yourself.
Once more, I have no boyfriend, no fiance, no husband, and no intention of getting married in the foreseeable future. 10 months later.
You little witch! You had no intention of giving up on the wedding in the end, did you? Why, you little...
What? Mom? Is this by any chance a continuation of your nonsensical ramblings about the imaginary wedding that you should have given up on 10 months ago? You still haven't let whatever this is go?
Don't ever speak to your mother like that, young lady. Like hell I'd give up on something so important. Anyway, back to the point. It's time for you and him to break up and go your separate ways.
Him? If you're talking about this imaginary boyfriend, or fiance, or husband, or whatever he's supposed to be of mine, then I hate to break it to you, but I'm still single, just like I was back then.
The lies stop now, Ruth. I never raised you like this. I don't care how much you kick or scream, but this weekend's wedding ceremony is simply not going ahead. Cancel it. That's an order, not a request.
Interesting. That's the first I've heard of me getting married this weekend.
Listen, Ruth, here's the thing. Your sister Sharon is pregnant.
What?
This isn't going to be easy for you, but listen. And listen carefully. The baby is your fiance's. There's no doubt about it.
What? Who the hell are you talking about? I just feel like a broken record at this point, but I'll say it again. I don't have a boyfriend or a fiance. This person you're talking about doesn't exist. Really, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Have you been causing some poor guy trouble based on a misunderstanding? Please tell me you haven't.
Don't you dare change the subject, young lady. Sharon's already in the last month of her pregnancy.
What? You mean the baby's due soon?
That's right. Sharon, and not you, will be the bride at this weekend's wedding. You might not like it, but this is non-negotiable. Your sister is giving birth in 10 days. Give her your fiancé, now!
Ugh, how many times do I have to tell you? I have no wedding plan, nor do I plan on planning one, nor do I have a fiancé to give my sister. Not that this conversation would be any less weird, even if I was getting married. How disappointing. I see you're still clinging to your desperate lies in a vain attempt to dodge your responsibilities to your family. If you don't stop this at once, I'm disowning you. You'll never speak to any of us again, I swear. There's no place for you in this family if you don't value your little sister's happiness. Disowning you is the only sensible option. I really don't mind if you disown me. In fact, I'd actually be super relieved to never have to engage with any of you again. Would you do it? Would you please disown me? In any case, I'm not engaged to anyone. Excuse me? If there is a wedding being held somewhere this weekend, then I strongly advise you look into it a little more thoroughly before you turn the happiest day of some poor couple's lives into a nightmare. One thing I can tell you for sure, the bride at whoever's wedding this is not me. The day of the wedding.
Ruth, pick up the phone. What is this? What the heck is going on?
What do you want? Would you mind not spam calling me all of a sudden? I'm kind of at work.
Huh? You're at work?
I'm on a business trip to Seattle to negotiate with a major client.
Seattle?
The only reason I'm replying to you is because I have a little downtime in between talks right now. If you have something to say to me, then make it quick.
Whoa. Hold on a sec. If you're in Seattle right now, I knew it. The bride at the wedding in Chicago just now wasn't you, was it?
Huh?
She was a total stranger. I'd never seen her before. Ugh, you tricked me, Ruth. God damn you.
Just hold on a sec. How on earth am I supposed to understand what's going on if you won't even explain it to me? You just come at me with a load of gibberish and seemingly expect an answer? Please tell me you didn't just crash some poor stranger's wedding. Well, where was it held?
S Weddings Community Hall?
Huh? S Weddings?
Obviously! I saw you and your fiancé, Alex Davis, going in there together about a year ago. Where else would it have been held?
Huh? Alex?
Not only that, but apparently he was seen going in and out regularly afterwards, too. What's more, a little while after that, I overheard him discussing the wedding with someone who seemed to be his friend at a cafe near the hall, and a date was mentioned.
And what date was today?
Yes! That's why I crashed the wedding while pregnant with Alex's baby. But he wasn't even there. I'd never seen the bride and groom in my life, and they were horrified. God, it was so embarrassing. When the security guards ran over and restrained me, the watermelon I had under my jumper fell out and smashed into little pieces all over the floor.
No way. You had a watermelon under your jumper to try and look pregnant?
I had no idea what was going on. I was in such a panic. I just hightailed it out of there as soon as I managed to get the security guards off of me.
You ran away?
Obviously. What else was I gonna do? Stay for the buffet? I'm with Mom right now at the Apple Hotel next to the hall. We've been staying here since last night in preparation for today. We're going home as soon as the heat dies down. I could hear police sirens after I escaped, so we're laying low for now. Oh my God, I can't tell you how embarrassing it was. Even just thinking about it makes me cringe. This is all your fault. You are the worst.
3 hours later. Ruth, this is bad. Help! Sharon's been captured by the families of the bride and groom at the wedding she accidentally crashed. Could be worse. Look on the bright side. At least the cops don't have her yet. What? Wait, do you know about this? Listen, Mom. That wedding my sister just crashed, it just so happened to be the wedding of one of my coworkers. What? This includes a little speculation on my part based on what Sharon just told me herself, but here's why I think she made such a ridiculous misunderstanding. When she saw me walking into the S Weddings community hall with Alex Davis a year ago, I wasn't there to plan a wedding, but to hold a work meeting. A work meeting? I work for a large advertising agency that specializes in weddings. Weddings are one of our biggest clients, and me and Alex, my coworker, regularly hold meetings with them to discuss upcoming proposals and leases on existing contracts. And as a result of knowing what a good company they are through work, Alex decided to get married at one of their venues. It was a small ceremony held only for close friends and family.
What, Alex?
Yes, Alex. You know, the person you convinced yourself was my fiancé. Sharon was under the delusion that she could somehow charm Alex before the wedding and stop it ever going ahead, which, needless to say, failed miserably. But not knowing when to give up and so hell-bent on being the first sister to get married, she hatched a plan where she'd try and convince Alex she was pregnant with his baby before ordering him to abandon his wife at the altar and marry her instead. Which is why she barged into the wedding hall screaming and shouting with a watermelon stuffed under her jumper like some escaped mental patient.
But she said Alex wasn't the groom after all. Apparently she didn't recognize anyone. Do you have any idea how embarrassed she was? That poor girl.
That's probably because this whole plan of hers was based on a fundamental misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? What kind of misunderstanding?
She still hasn't realized, has she? Alex wasn't the groom, she was the bride.
What? The bride?
Alex is a woman.
A woman?
She's always been a big girl. She was the national judo champion back in high school, tall as a giraffe with biceps like a bodybuilder. She typically only wears guyish clothes like baggy pants and blazers. I don't think she even owns a skirt. In her own words, I'm mistaken for a guy pretty much on a daily basis. Apparently, she started going out of her way to make it clear to people she's a woman after this whole incident with Sharon basically stalking her, though.
Alex is a woman? I can't believe it. How could this be?
I'll tell you how it could be. It could be because you both ignored absolutely everything I said at every opportunity. If you would have listened to me for just 1 second, this never would have happened. That's why my sister made a complete moron of herself in front of dozens of people. I had a feeling Alex and her family would probably be looking for the culprit, so I gave her a call. She was speechless when I told her it was none other than my little sister.
You told her? You little snitch! You ratted on your own sister! How could you, you demon?
She ran away without taking even a shred of responsibility for ruining what should have been the happiest day of my coworker's life. There's only one person in the wrong here, and it isn't me.
Ruining?
As a result of her gate crashing the wedding, the whole ceremony got canceled. Sharon will most likely be forced to take responsibility in the form of compensation for the cost of the wedding and damages for the mental anguish caused by her abhorrent behavior. If I had to guess, I'd say she should be receiving some letters in a few days' time. Make sure she checks the mail.
Compensation? Damages? What?
Which is why I advise you to continue this conversation with Alex and her lawyer.
No, please! You have to do something about this. You're her friend. Surely you can make her see sense.
Nope, it's your mess, not mine. Fix it yourselves.
Ruth!
Goodbye. Later on. You would have thought Sharon would have realized she was making a misunderstanding at some point during the 10 months between hearing about the wedding and actually crashing it. Although maybe that would be putting too much faith in the reasoning abilities of someone who'd stuff a watermelon under their jumper and crash a wedding to steal someone's wife? A few days later, I apologized profusely to Alex and her husband for the actions of my family. Fortunately, they were both very understanding, but unfortunately, the reality of my sister ruining their wedding day would never disappear. Just as planned, Alex sued Sharon for compensation and damages for the cost of the wedding and mental anguish she caused. As if that wasn't enough, it turns out she also broke an expensive statue during her dramatic escape from the wedding hall, for which she was also ordered to pay a hefty sum. We're a single mother family, and after flying the nest long ago, and now intentionally keeping my distance from the terrible two, our mom was the only person in the world my sister had to rely on. Then, one night it happened. My mom ran away in the night. With that, the crippling financial burden was placed squarely on Sharon's shoulders, and on her shoulders alone. Last I heard, she was spending her days wallowing in regret and complaining about how unfair the world is while working like a dog to pay off her debts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, Helen. How are you? I'm pretty sure you know who this is, right? Don't be immature and just ignore me. Being a childish snob will get you nowhere.
This is Karen, if I'm not mistaken. You're the one who was having an affair with my husband. That Karen?
Having an affair? Please, don't be so crude. It was nothing like that. And please, would you refrain from that my husband crap? He, Randy, loves me way more than you. You have no right to call him my husband. He's gonna dump you soon. He's already getting everything ready to divorce you.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. I don't think of that jerk as my husband anymore. Just a slip of the tongue. To be honest, I want to get this guy out of my life as soon as possible, but...
Yeah, money, right? You want compensation, right? Well, it seems Randy's parents will pay every cent to you, so don't worry. The sooner you're out of the picture, the better. They'll probably deposit the amount by tomorrow.
Yes, it seems that way. Well, they never really liked me very much. I guess they'll pay any amount just to get rid of me.
Yep, that seems to be the case. On the other hand, they are head over heels for me. They are super happy that Randy finally found the right girl. They really had it out for you. Dirt poor, unattractive, no fun. They just went on and on about you. What did you do to make them hate you so much?
They just didn't like that fact that Randy brought home a bride. They would act that way with anybody. I would be careful if I were you. They may seem all kind and sympathetic now, but mark my words, they will turn on you on a dime.
Do I sense a bit of jealousy there? Whatever, I was texting you about something else. I really need you to move out as soon as possible. You're getting on my nerves. You already submitted the divorce papers, right? He already dumped you, so why the hell are you still here? No place to go? You guys are not husband and wife anymore. You really shouldn't be living under the same roof.
No, I have not submitted the divorce papers yet. I plan to as soon as I get paid.
So that means the divorce is final by tomorrow? And you'll be out of the house by tomorrow too?
I'll be leaving right away.
Now you're talking. So you'll be out today, huh?
As a matter of fact, you had to text me online, which just delayed my departure even more.
Oh, yeah? I am so sorry that I mustn't hold you up.
So, are we done here? I really want to get the hell out of here. I don't feel comfortable here anyways.
Well, I wouldn't either. I mean, you're not wanted there. It would be uncomfortable for sure. All right then, Miss Loser. See ya. Rest assured, I will make him happy. Something you failed to do.
Hello, Helen, are you there? This is Jane, your Aunt Jane.
Oh, hi Aunt Jane. It's been a while. How you been?
Fine. Is it true that you're getting a divorce? I just got a call from Randy a second ago. This is the first I'm hearing about this. Is this true?
Unfortunately, yes, it's all true. As soon as I receive my compensation for the divorce, I plan to submit the divorce papers to the court. It will probably be sometime tomorrow.
Where are you now? He said you're not living at home anymore.
I checked into the Days Inn by the mall for now. I'll figure out what to do after everything's settled.
I see. I heard that your mother passed away and you no longer have a place to call home anymore.
Yes, that's right. As for my father, he passed away when I was 12, and my grandparents are long gone, so yeah, no place to call home. I have no brothers or sisters either, so I have plenty of time. I'll think long and hard about where to live and what to do. All the stuff I couldn't carry were put into storage by Randy's parents. I'll have them shipped after I get settled.
About a job. What are you going to do? You've been married for half a year, right? You didn't work at all. You were just a housewife.
Well, again, that's something I will have to think about.
Is there any particular field that you want to get into? What skills do you have?
When I was a student, I studied film. I was hoping I could do some film or video editing. It's only been about a year since I stopped doing editing work, so I figure it won't take long to get back into the habit in no time.
Seriously? You're just in luck. My son works at a small firm company and he could use an experienced film editor. You could do some work for him. What do you say?
Really? Your son works in the film industry?
Yes, they were just looking for an experienced film editor. If you're interested, I could give him a call. You would probably have to work on a contract basis, not a full-time employee. They would probably support you financially for the equipment like a PC and editing software, stuff like that. Everything is apparently done online. You know, meetings and so forth. So basically, you can work from anywhere you want. You want to meet him and discuss it? You can decide then. What do you say?
Thanks so much. That would be great.
Okay, I'll get in touch with my son and we can set up a meeting. But first, we have to do something about Randy and the others.
What do you mean, do something about? Is there a problem?
Randy's new wife, the one he had an affair with, well, apparently she's moving into the house now. She came over to update me on the current situation, about the divorce going through and her moving in. Plus, she went on and on about her love affair with Randy. To be honest, I didn't want to even hear about it. I was just talking to my brother, your former stepfather. She says the new girl, Karen, is very pretty, and Randy is raving about her, boasting about how beautiful she is and all. It made me nauseous just listening to him gushing platitudes about her.
Seriously?
I can't forgive them for what they did to you. Could you let me handle the rest? Trust me, I'll make things right.
Okay, but you don't really have to do this for my sake.
It's not that. They just seem to have forgotten what's right and wrong. They need to be taught a lesson. It's not only about you. Don't worry, I won't get you involved in any way. At least, it won't be disadvantageous for you.
Alright, I guess. If you insist, I'll leave it up to you. But please be careful, Aunt Jane.
Helen, are you there? Pick up! I just moved into this house. Why am I being kicked out on the first day here? What the hell is going on? It's not only me that has to get out. It's Randy and his folks too. Who is behind this? Is it you? Did you have something to do with this? What's more, Randy got fired from his job. He's the only one working. Without him, we can't survive.
Yeah, well, I had nothing to do with it. I wonder if it had something to do with, Randy works for the wedding service industry, right? It sure does not look good when one of its staff members cheats on his wife after only a year.
Are you trying to ruin us? Make us homeless?
Karen, calm down for a second. Why are you even contacting me anyway?
You had something to do with this. That's why. You pulled some crap for revenge, didn't you? We will not leave this place. You hear me?
Like I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I had nothing to do with whatever is going on. I don't own that house. I'm a complete stranger now. If the person who owns the place wants you guys out, maybe you should comply. Or there may be legal consequences. The police could get involved.
Huh? What the hell are you blabbering on about? The people of this household have welcomed me with open arms. Unlike you. Why would this family kick me out? That's inconceivable.
Oh, so I see. You haven't heard. That house you're living in, that place is owned by your aunt, Aunt Jane. She owes the property.
Huh? Aunt Jane?
Yes, Aunt Jane. Your new stepdad's younger sister. You do know her, right? When Randy's grandfather died about 10 years ago, your stepdad opted to get cash as his inheritance, so Aunt Jane was given the rights to the house and property. The only reason you can all live there is because Aunt Jane is busy with work, and she's constantly flying to Europe and Asia on business. Sometimes she's gone for weeks. She grew up in that house and has a lot of memories for her. She allowed her brother to live there as a way to look after the place temporarily.
Huh? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Really? When I first moved in, Randy explained all this to me in detail. That we would probably have to move out someday. Get our own place. Never got that far, though.
Are you for real?
By the sound of it, you apparently thought you could live there forever, never having to pay rent. Too good to be true, huh?
I just arrived today. How am I supposed to know any of this stuff? Anyway, forget all that. I'm the new birdie here. Why the hell do I have to leave on the day I arrive? It doesn't make sense. This is bullying. Yeah, total persecution if you ask me.
Well, if you had any common sense, it wouldn't be very hard to understand. That goes for Randy and his folks, too. I mean, the son cheats on his wife, brings this girl home, and the parents, rather than scold their son, welcomes her in with open arms and kicks me out. Then invites this woman to their home the next day, dumping me by the side of the road. Who does that? I feel for Aunt Jane. She grew up in that house and she loves the place. To have you folks throwing dirt on her memories. She probably couldn't look the other way and kick you guys out. At least that's what I think. I know Aunt Jane pretty well. She really abhors stuff like this, like cheating on a spouse.
I don't know anything about that. I wasn't trying to take over the house or anything. I have nowhere else to live.
Maybe you guys should just move out and rent or buy a place of your own.
Yeah, that's what I suggested, but Randy and his folks just went silent and had nothing to say. I already terminated my lease agreement with the apartment I was living in, and my folks got divorced years ago, and they both live with their new families. I hardly ever see them anymore.
Yeah, when I first got married, they used up all my savings without my permission. I remember I had like $50,000. They used it all up in no time. But surprisingly, they deposited that entire amount yesterday. Maybe that's why they can't get a new place.
Huh? Are you serious? $50,000?
They really must be hard on cash now, huh?
I never realized that this family was so poor.
Yeah, they like to live the good life, that's for sure. I always worried about their speed thrift ways. The house certainly looks very nice. You know why that is? Well, Aunt Jane put a lot of money into renovating it little by little. Like I said, she has fond memories of the place. Besides, she plans to live there when she retires. Well, that's about all I know.
Are you serious?
I was just like you when I married. I had no idea of the situation until Aunt Jane explained everything to me. When they demanded that they confiscate my entire savings, I was flabbergasted. But luckily, I had a lawyer friend threaten legal action if they didn't reimburse the money they stole. They immediately complied. Smart move in my opinion.
This is not happening to me!
Well, as for me, I got my money back plus compensation from Randy, so I'm good to go.
Hold on a sec. How the hell did they come up with $50,000 plus your compensation in a day? Did they have that much money stashed away?
I don't know anything about where they got the money. I got what I wanted. That's good enough for me. You should ask your father-in-law about that. Okay, I better get going.
Please, Helen, you can't just leaving hanging here.
Sorry, I have a job interview coming up. See ya, and good luck. Aunt Jane later told me that she gave to them 2 months to vacate the premise. She said she plans to rent out the place after that. 2 months had passed since I last talked to them. About that, $50,000 plus that Randy's folks paid me, that apparently came from Karen's savings, at least part of it. Well, it seems they confiscating her savings like they did mine. I hope she gets it back someday, but doesn't look likely. The rest of the money, I was told, they borrowed. Because they lost a place to live, now heavily in debt, they went out looking for some sort of live-in job. They eventually found a position at some sort of fishing resort up north. The pay is awful, but at least they have a roof over their heads. I heard that they were working their asses off to pay back their debt. It can get pretty cold up north in winter, but it is a fishing resort. At least they won't starve.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Susan, can we talk for a sec? Didn't I tell you to go do shopping before noon? It's already way past noon. What's up? This means you have to come over here later and prepare my lunch and dinner today. Oh yeah, and you have to pay for it all. That's sort of fine.
Hi, Carol. Don't you remember? I said I couldn't do any shopping or cooking for you today. You did get my message, right? I'm on my lunch break now, but I was working since 7 a.m. There's no way I can do any shopping for you. You're just going to have to make do. About cooking dinner, I have to get back to work after lunch and I won't be done until evening. Besides, it takes about an hour by car to your place. I know you're my sister-in-law, but I'm really busy at the moment to help you. I'm really sorry.
Huh? What do you mean? You're a housewife. You've got plenty of time. Just sitting at home watching TV, I bet.
I've got a deadline to meet.
My brother Danny is supporting you. Don't give me this BS about a deadline. Where do you come up with such excuses? I mean, please. You live in a huge house. He must be making a bundle. To be honest, why would you even work? You should be playing tennis or something.
The house or my husband's salary has nothing to do with it. Besides, I decided to keep my career going even after getting married simply because I love my job.
Like I said, you're a housewife now.
I'm working from home. You can say it's my office.
You're just continuing your little hobby is all. You make it sound like it's some important job or something. You're more like a homebody.
It's not a hobby.
Oh yeah? So, Sue, you're a housewife just pretending to be some freelance writer or novelist or something, is that it? And my little brother is off on an overseas business trip, so you're doing whatever you like. What? Are you having parties over there? Wow, you really have it made. I bet you even have a guy coming over all the time. That's a no-no.
Please, keep such lewd imaginations to yourself. Thank you.
Huh?
I really have to be getting back to work. So, talk to you again. Goodbye.
Hold it 1 second. What about the grocery shopping? What am I going to do about my lunch and dinner tonight? Who's going to prepare it for me? Come on, get off your butt for God's sake. Are you still going to insist that you have a real job? Like I said, it's just a hobby. What's more, I just can't forgive you for living in such a huge and beautiful house. Why you? If you've got nothing to do, the least you can do is cook for me. Hey, are you there? Did you just cut me off?
Hey, Dan. Can you talk now?
Hey, Sue, what's on your mind?
It's about your sister.
Huh? Not my sister again.
Sorry. Always the same old problem.
Don't worry about it. Just get it all off your chest. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, I want to be kept informed of what's happening when I'm not home.
Thanks, Dan. I knew I could rely on you.
So what was it this time?
Well, she thinks my job is a hobby and I'm just lounging around the house inviting in guys and having wild parties.
A hobby? Having guys over, huh?
I keep telling her I have a real job and that I'm working from home. She just won't believe me.
Oh boy, I can't believe her! She's always been like that, always had her own way. And apparently her husband started working from home last week. So I'm sure she knows what it's about when you say working from home. It's almost normal at most companies recently. Can't get why she won't believe you.
Well, you bring home a good salary and so she apparently feels it's strange that I would have to work.
Huh? That's her reasoning. Give me a break.
And she also mentioned the house.
The house? What about the house?
She says that living here all by myself when you're on a business trip isn't fair.
Well, I can't help that.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that, right?
And also, Carol should know the circumstances.
Yeah, right? She was there when it was all explained, so I'm completely aware of the circumstances. And it was like only 6 months ago. Do you think she just forgot?
I doubt she forgot. But knowing Carol, she only chooses to hear what she wants to hear. She's always been like that. She then conjures up some fairy tale that fits her narrative.
Yeah, that's her for sure.
Actually, if I could just set her straight, I would, but no matter what I say, it just goes in one ear and comes out the other. It's just no use. It's like talking to a lampshade. Believe me, I've done it a million times. Nothing seems to work.
But at least you understand how I feel. That's good enough for me.
Thanks, that makes me feel better.
Anyways, it's just 2 more weeks. We just have to be patient for a little longer.
You think you can hang on for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'll just keep it up like I did yesterday. I guess I can manage somehow. And she hasn't been calling me recently. I suppose her husband started working from home, so she's been texting me constantly online. At least I can ignore her, if I prefer. And she lives like an hour drive away, so she won't pop in any time of the day. Thank God for that.
Alright then. If you can't take it anymore or something comes up, my folks are nearby, so give them a call or just pop over there. They'll help you out for sure.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay, I'm heading out to lunch with the guys. See ya.
Thanks for hearing me out. I feel a whole lot better.
No problem. Take care and don't worry.
Hey, Susan, are you there? This is important.
Oh, hello, Carol. Can I help you with something?
I'm on my way over there right now.
Huh? On your way? Over here? You mean to my house?
What else would I be talking about?
Well, I thought...
Hey, guess what? I got divorced.
Huh? Divorce? You mean like separated from... You're not serious. Really? But why?
Yeah, it was really nothing serious. I went out with this guy, and when my husband found out about it, it was nothing serious. You know my husband, he's working from home now, and with him there, I couldn't bring my guy over anymore. I was forced to meet him outside, and while we were out, a friend of his saw us, and well, you can imagine what happened next.
You're kidding me!
Oh boy, I really screwed up.
Hey, Carol! This is no laughing matter!
Yeah, well, it is what it is. And besides, I already broke up with this guy. I wasn't that into him anyway. My folks found out about it too and don't want me coming home. So that leaves me only one choice, and that's to move in with you guys. So I'll see you soon.
Huh? Stop right there! You must be kidding. You can't just decide that on your own? I don't remember telling you our address.
Why are you being so difficult? My luggage is set to arrive there at any time, so it arrives before me. Take care of it, would you? You have plenty of room there, right? What's one extra room?
Plenty of room?
Wow, to think I'll be living in the huge house. I can't wait.
Hey, Carol?
All right then, I'm on my way. Have some dinner ready for me. Okay, see ya.
Carol, wait! We're not living in the house anymore. I can't believe this. Did she just block me? Hey, Carol! Please pick up!
Hey, Susan, are you there? What the hell is this about? What the hell is going on? Come on, Susan, pick up.
Finally! I've been trying to reach you.
What is this? I just arrived at your house. These 2 old folks were standing out on the front stairs waiting for me. They said it was their house and property, and if I didn't get out, they would call the police. They shooed me off the property.
Well, they had the right. Besides, you living with us makes no sense.
Huh? How could you say that? That's not fair. We're family.
Please don't start with that again.
But you hire those old caretakers. If you have that much money, one more person living there would make no difference.
Caretakers?
Yeah, those 2 were the butler and the maid, right? You need people to take care of that huge place. I can't believe you ordered your helpers to shoo me away, your own flesh and blood. What were you thinking, for God's sake? Call them or something and let me on to the property right away. I'm right outside the gate, and it's starting to rain, so hurry the hell up.
Carol?
Yup, it's definitely starting to rain.
Those people, the caretakers you were talking about, they're my uncle and aunt.
Huh? Uncle? Those old folks are your uncle and aunt?
Yeah, that's right. My father's older brother.
You're kidding. You have your uncle working as a butler?
Nobody said anything about a butler.
So what is this all about then?
The mansion you're so obsessed about is owned by my uncle and aunt. It's their home and property.
Huh? Wait a sec. Then why were you living there? You started living there like from 6 months ago, right? So I figured it was Danny's place.
Well, my uncle had to go away for a while, so for 6 months or so, I was asked to look after the place. That's all.
What the hell are you talking about?
My uncle and his wife returned from overseas last week, and they no longer needed me to look after the place, so I left and went abroad.
Huh? Let me stop you right there. No way! You're saying you're not even in the States anymore?
That's right.
Why? Why are you overseas?
Dan's been stationed in Europe, so I just joined him.
Huh? This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Excuse me? We relayed this news to you loud and clear. We had a family meeting and explained that my uncle asked me to look after the house for 6 months. We explained all that to you. Don't you remember? We also informed you that I would be joining Dan in Europe by the end of the year. So we're living in an apartment over here until we find a larger place.
You're kidding, right?
Anyway, I was able to continue work because my work allows me to work anywhere I want.
Then what the hell am I supposed to do?
What do you mean?
I have nowhere to live.
Why don't you just rent an apartment?
I don't have money for that. My husband took everything after he found out I was cheating on him. I think I have about $100 on me. That's it. How am I supposed to live on that?
Oh, that's too bad.
Susan?
Yes?
Okay, I accept that you're working at home and it's not some hobby. And I won't pester you about being a homebody or anything, so could you lend me a little money?
I really don't know.
Come on, I'm your sister-in-law. It's the least you could do for me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thanks so much.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Huh?
I really don't want anything to do with someone who jokes about cheating on her husband. So sorry. If I lend you money, that means I will have to continue dealing with you. So I'll pass.
Wait a second. You're not serious. Please.
Maybe you can find some live-in job, like a maid. Good luck. Bye. My mother-in-law told me what happened afterwards. Apparently she had nowhere to go after that. I don't know where she came up with such a crazy idea, but she found her old schoolmate, a guy she used to date back in high school. I heard she took marriage papers to this guy and demanded that he marry her. Unfortunately, this guy was already married. As they were bickering in front of this guy's house, his wife came home and demanded to know what was going on. Well, as you can imagine, things really got heated. Eventually, the cops were called, and she was arrested. Well, her parents picked her up and took her home to their place. But she still had a considerable amount to pay to her ex-husband for cheating on him. She was forced to take a live-in job at a factory out in the country. They tell me she's working day and night at this place. Apparently a real desolate and lonely place. She's stuck with these circumstances until she pays back her debts, I guess.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Sandy, are you there? Pick up, would you? Are you still holed up in your room playing games on your computer? You do know that you're a housewife. You have responsibilities. You know, like cooking and cleaning. I won't stand for this loafing off all the time. Is this you, Mother? I'm not at home right now. I had to go out for a while. Huh? You're out? Where? Hey, wait a sec. Don't tell me you used that spare key to get into her house. How many times have I said we need our privacy? You can't just go in and out of her house whenever you like. I thought Mark took that away from you. How'd you get it back, or did you make another spare somehow? Yes, just in case. I had another one made. What's wrong with that? Are you serious? Anyway, what are you doing going out on a weekday? You should be at home cleaning or cooking tonight's dinner for Mark. Don't tell me you're having an affair. I will not stand for it. Are you for real, Mother? Are you really asking me that? I really can't be doing this. I'm in the middle of the crosswalk texting this. Where the hell are you? I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for this. Gotta go. Oh, and please don't go into my office space. I have important work stuff there. I put a lock on the door just in case, so... You what? Put a lock on your door? Gotta go, sorry. Sandy, are you there? Do you have a minute? Hi, Mother. Nice evening, huh? Can I help you with something? I'm going to get right to the point. I want you to live with me under one roof from this day forward. Seriously? Where did this idea come from all of a sudden? There was no use trying to hide it. The doctor gave you a life expectancy, am I right? Huh? Life expectancy? Like I got a year or two to live? Is that what you're saying? Yes, not in years though. I hear it's like 3 months. You have 3 months to live. Knowing that you married Mark, how could you? I can't believe you kept it secret. You married Mark and joined our family knowing full well that you didn't have long to live. Excuse me, but where the hell did you hear that? 3 months, are you for real? You did go to the hospital yesterday. Don't lie to me. I had you checked out. Yes. A friend of mine was in the hospital for an injury, so I visited and... I said don't lie to me. To be truthful, I want you to divorce Mark right away, but getting rid of a daughter-in-law who has 3 months to live, well, it wouldn't look very in the public's eye. But the fact is you conned Mark into marrying you. That's an unforgivable crime. As punishment for misleading us, I want you to use the rest of your life, the 3 months you have left, to work for me, to do everything I say. You got that? We will live under one roof from this day forward. Don't you even think of checking into the hospital. I really can't make that decision right away. No, you must make up your mind right this minute. Hey, Mark. You still working? Can I talk to you for a second?
Hey, Sandy, what's up?
I just got a text message from your mom. Is she off her rocker? She's saying some weird stuff.
Huh? What did she say this time?
Well, this is gonna sound strange, but please bear with me. Apparently, I have a life expectancy of 3 months. I have 3 months to live, it seems. So, during these 3 months, she wants me to live with her and work as her slave until I die.
Huh? She really must be off her rocker. You got that physical in the last month, right? The results said you were super healthy. Not a thing wrong with you. And you have 3 months to live? Who the hell told her that?
Yeah, weird, huh?
Wait a sec. Could it be about that?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe she came into the house without permission and happened to eavesdrop on me while I was working. She's always sneaking in and out of our house.
I see.
So, what do we do about it?
Yeah, well, we got everything prepared and ready to go, so what do you say? Is the mission a go?
Roger that. Sandy, what's taking so long? I haven't received your answer yet. What are you going to do? How much longer are you going to make me wait? Sorry, didn't mean to keep you waiting for so long. I just got a call from a friend, couldn't pick up. And so, what are you going to do? Are you ready to live together? Okay, as you requested, I won't check into the hospital. Now that's the answer I wanted to hear. Get ready for Mother's boot camp. But I need a little time to get things packed up. Huh? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you want me to move into your place with just the clothes on my back, do you? I need to pack my belongings, my apron, white gloves for checking for dust. You know, cleaning stuff. Do you just want me to dress in one set of clothes? Well, of course, you'll need a change. Right? So I need at least 3 days to get everything ready. Are you okay with that? I will get all my stuff ready during this time, so please be patient. And another thing, the house will probably be really dusty while I'm getting prepared, and we all know you have a severe allergy when it comes to dust, so I urge you not to come to the house during this time, for your own good. You're right about that. Your place is dusty as it is, so Yes, well, 3 days and I'm expecting you. Sandy, are you there? It's been 3 days. I take it you're all done packing and ready to come over. It's almost evening. Grab your luggage and get over here right away. I need you to prepare dinner. I also have a list of chores I want you to do starting tomorrow morning. This place will look like new in 3 months' time. Lots of trash lying around, too. The bathroom and toilet need cleaning, too. Oh, yeah, and fridge is packed with expired food. I need you to clean that all out and refill it. Like I said, dinner tonight. It's almost 5 p.m. Just get over here, would you? There's 3 days of dishes piled up in the kitchen sink, so you don't have much time before dinner time. I would hurry if I was you. You can run down to the grocery store before they close and pick up all the stuff you need. I would appreciate if you would foot the bill, too. I mean, you're not going to need the money in a few months anyway. I really want to eat some steak tonight, the best they have. A bottle of red wine to go with that steak would be fantastic. I'll leave it up to you to pick out a bottle. Not the cheap chili wine, but a nice bottle of French Bordeaux.
Oh, hello, Mother. As for Mark and I, we just arrived at our new home about an hour ago.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, just got in. Of course, all our luggage is still on the way, of course. I'm really busy with work now, so we just brought the bare essentials. Right now, I'm hammering away at my computer. Gotta get this project done over the weekend. As for tonight's dinner, we're thinking of ordering out some Vietnamese food. There was a nice one down the street. Actually, red wine goes good with ethnic foods.
Huh? What the hell are you blabbering about? I don't see any sign of your luggage arriving. You're nowhere in sight. Have you lost your mind? Maybe the doctor screwed up. Your life expectancy was short-lived? Excuse the pun. That must be it. You're losing it sooner than expected. Sandy, answer me!
Mother, what's the matter?
Where in God's sake are you? I was getting impatient and went over to the house to bring you to my place myself. The next door neighbor came out and said you and Mark had already moved out.
Like I said earlier, we arrived at our new place at a little after 2 p.m. What are you talking about?
We made a deal. You said you wouldn't check into the hospital and that you would give yourself up to me until your time is up.
Hold on a second. I never said I would give myself up to you, as you so eloquently put it. Yeah, I said I wouldn't check into the hospital, but I never said I would be your slave. And about us moving, well, we had this plan way back. Besides, I'm perfectly healthy. I just got a medical checkup last month and I passed with flying colors. No need for me to check into a hospital.
Huh? What's going on here? What are you saying? What about the life expectancy? The fact that you have 3 months to live?
Mother, you enter our home without permission and eavesdrop on our conversation, am I right? That's probably when you heard about the 3-month life expectancy fantasy.
Fantasy? No, I heard it loud and clear. That you only had 3 months to live. Clear as day. I heard it. It was some conversation that you were having online. The voice was through speaker, as I recall.
What you heard was dialogue from a script.
A script? What are you talking about?
This involves my work, so I really can't talk in detail about it, but you do know that Mark is a scriptwriter, and also that he rents out a small office downtown. Well, more like small apartment hotel, where he can concentrate on his work.
Yes, of course I know that. He says he can't concentrate on his work while at home. Too many distractions. He's always been that way. Even when he was living at home, he used to rent out a weekly apartment when he wanted to get work done.
Yes, and that hasn't changed after we got married. As for me, I put aside a room in our home as my workroom. You knew we worked this way, but you would always sneak into our place without permission, always making sure Mark wasn't there, and interrupting my work.
Huh? Are you still insisting that you're some sort of businesswoman? You're just a housewife. Can't you get that through your head? You're a housewife just locking yourself up in your little playroom like some high school geek.
Mother, are you still saying such things? You've been saying the same old thing ever since we got married.
But it's true, isn't it?
Your son is a scriptwriter and he's been working this way for years.
Suddenly, I come into your life and you can't seem to accept the way we live. You should open your eyes and face the facts. What are you talking about? Mark says he'll explain the rest. So, that's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Mom, are you there? So, you heard what Sandy had to say, right?
Mark, where are you? Your neighbor said you moved out. What's going on? I learned that Sandy only had 3 months to live, but now I find out she's actually healthy as an ox. What's going on? But I was sure I heard Sandy speaking with somebody in her room, and I definitely heard that she had 3 months left to live.
Like Sandy said earlier, that was a dialogue from a script. I wrote it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The script I'm currently writing involves a woman who only has 3 months left to live. It's a tragic love story. Well, I wrote the script in dialogue, and then the voice actors take over and read the script. And then we edit and synchronize that on the PC. Sandy handles all of the editing work.
Oh, okay. Not sure how all that works, to be honest.
Well, simply put, Sandy is our script editor. She edits the actual voice recordings and synchronizes that to the images. You probably heard the edited dialogue that Sandy was working on. The part where the doctor tells the main character that she only has 3 months to live. The timing of your eavesdropping was spot on. You probably thought someone was talking to Sandy and telling her the bad news.
I can't believe this. So that was all an act. They were actors' voices.
Yep. So, Mom, we have to live our own lives. We can't have you disrupting our daily lives. So, I'm sorry to say this, but we no longer want any contact with you.
Huh? No contact? What do you mean? You're cutting me off? I'm your mother, for God's sake.
Well, actually, I always wanted to say something. You've always been super nosy about everything I did. That's why I had to work outside the home. Even in school, I always did my homework at the library or at the park. You do remember that, right?
Well, you said you couldn't concentrate at home. You need to work where it was quiet.
Right. It was because of you. You would always interrupt and nag on me all day. That's why I couldn't concentrate.
Huh? Me? You couldn't concentrate because of me?
Yes. You would always come into my room and complain about this or that. It drove me batshit. And when I was writing my scripts, I needed to concentrate completely on my work. With you nagging me constantly, it was impossible. Well, because I couldn't concentrate, it eventually affected my work. So what I did was rent out a small apartment hotel and use it as my office. A place where I would have zero interruptions. Nobody breathing down my neck. I eventually got used to this style of working and continue this way even after getting married to Sandy. Sandy is a film editor by trade. I met her on a project we worked on together. She never had a problem with her folks interrupting her work, so she continued her style of working after we married, but as it turned out, Sandy started getting hounded.
But I thought she was just a housewife, not a film person.
Actually, I told you all about her and her current job, but I guess you didn't bother to hear any of it.
I thought she quit after you guys got married.
I told you 100 times that we would continue working together as a team after we got married. This is a clear-cut case of abuse.
Huh? I was only trying to.
I am at the end of my rope. Mom, you harping on about this or that has really affected our work. We had to do something drastic to put an end to it. We just could not go on like this any longer. So please, we want you out of our lives.
Mark, you can't be serious. I'm your mother. What am I gonna do? Will I survive without you? You do realize that your father and I divorced years ago. I'm all alone. Are you going to abandon me to live in that big old house all alone?
Well, if you're willing to enter a senior citizen's home, I could help you with the process, if you want.
Senior citizens?
You could also think about returning to your folks' place back in Montana. That might be the best. Nice and quiet there. You could still work. You have some options. If you don't appreciate mine, well, work it out yourself. We really don't have the time and energy for this. I'm really sorry.
That's all easy for you to say. I haven't worked in years, and besides, what would I even do?
If you want to contact me, please go through Uncle Jim or Aunt Nellie, back in Montana. Don't cry and contact us directly. I think of this as permanent. I don't intend to see you ever again.
No, Please, Mark, you can't do this.
Goodbye, Mom.
At first, we intended to just move far away, but I think something snapped inside Mark when he heard that his mother truly believed that he had only 3 months left to live. His mother actually seemed to revel in it, and that she was going to use me as a slave for the 3 months I had left of my life. Such a callous attitude. That was probably it. We had leased our current house some time back, and we're just looking for the right opportunity to put our plans into motion. And his mom gave us that. It was the right decision to move far from her, and to keep her address a secret. As for my mother-in-law, she was in shock for a couple of weeks, but I heard that Mark's uncle convinced her to return to her parents' home in Montana. But it seems she started nagging her other relatives, mainly her nephew's new bride, which again got her kicked out of the family. Last I heard, she's still living in Montana, but in another town far from her parents' place. Apparently, it's a tiny beat-up apartment.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, sis, I'm pregnant.
Huh? Oh, I see. That's great. Congratulations.
I forgot to tell you, but I'm 8 months gone.
Wait, what? 8 months already?
Yep, I'll be having a home birth at Mom and Dad's place tomorrow. See you there.
Tomorrow?
You got a problem with that?
No, I mean, it's great that you're doing a home birth at your mom and dad's place, but I just wish you'd have told me this a little earlier so I could have had a chance to adjust my plans.
Excuse me? Since when did I have to get permission from my sister-in-law for everything I do? Are you my boss now? Anyway, you've been married to my brother, what, like 10 years now? How is it that you still haven't had any kids? I don't know whose fault it is, but there has to be something wrong with one of you. So, who is it? Are you a barren wasteland, or is he shooting blanks? In any case, I'm being kind enough to let the two of you look after heavily pregnant me tomorrow. Think of it as kind of like preparation for if you two ever manage to conceive. You better treat me well. I want to see the gratitude in every word, facial expression, and gesture.
Why me?
Because you're my brother's woman, obviously.
Right, I see. So you'll be arriving tomorrow afternoon?
That's right.
Got it. 2 weeks later.
Anya, sis, are you there? Hey, respond now. My room's like covered in dust. Did you really think this is acceptable? This is the room my little boy's gonna be born in, and you have the nerve to leave it in that state? Will you please get it cleaned up ASAP?
Sylvie, I'm at work right now.
What? You call that work? Don't make me laugh. You're just holed up in your room like always. Mom and Dad were complaining about how you're always up there typing away on your computer like some video game addicted cave-dwelling beast.
I've told you this countless times since coming home, but I work from home. I can do my job entirely from my bedroom. Just because I'm at home during the day doesn't mean I'm lazing around or have nothing to do. If anything, I'm busier now that I was back in my office days. I'm not opposed to helping look after you while you're pregnant, but there's a physical limit to how much I'm able to do.
Excuse me?
I understand you're heavily pregnant, and I understand you can't move around as well as you used to. But that said, you can still do some things for yourself, and you don't need me waiting on you hand and foot 24/7. Not only that, but your mom's always around if you need her. Please stop trying to force everything on me.
Wow, how dare you? Are you seriously trying to force your duties onto my elderly mother? How despicable. That's just bullying, plain and simple. You're bullying your mother-in-law. Who knew my sister-in-law had such a rotten personality? It's such a shame. I used to think you were nice back then when we first met, but it seems like you got too comfortable with my brother, and now you think you can say and do whatever you like. It's scary. Are you gonna bully me too? I'm gonna feel like super uncomfortable around you now.
Oh, give me a break, Sylvie. I'm hardly telling you and your mom to do everything, am I? All I'm asking is that you do the things you can do by yourself, and that she help with the things she's able to help with.
You're so horrible! How could you be this mean-spirited? You're like some kind of movie villain. You're twisted! Wah! Wah!
Actually, I'm the one who wants to cry.
The next day.
Hey, Anya. Everything okay?
Hey, Charlie.
I heard from an old classmate who lives in the same neighborhood as my folks. Apparently, my little sister moved in with you guys when I got transferred away for work, and you've been having a real hard time of it lately. Is it true? Is everything okay, Anya? What's going on?
Well...
My sister and parents have always had a poor attitude towards you. I know that. But I did tell you to tell me if anything happened with him, didn't I? You could talk to me about anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it to affect your work badly in any way, so I kept it to myself.
Don't be silly, babe. You need to think about yourself sometimes, too. Everyone at work's really understanding, so please don't worry about that. What actually happened?
Apparently, Sylvie fell pregnant and came back to your folks' place for her home birth.
Wait, what? My sister is pregnant? Since when? That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh wow, you mean she didn't tell you either? She says she's 8 months gone already.
8 months?
Right? I was surprised too. She only told me the day before I came back home. Then she basically ordered me to go to your folks' place, where I was apparently obliged to be your personal servant, carer, and waitress, and expected to cater to her every whim at a moment's notice. Naturally, your mom and dad always have her back 100%, so I'm basically stuck in a house where it's constantly 3 versus 1. To tell you the truth, I'm finding it a little difficult. On the other hand, she most certainly is very pregnant, and out of consideration for the baby, I don't want to do anything that might cause her stress. I feel kind of trapped.
Oh no, Anya. I think maybe it's best you come and stay with me. How does that sound?
Huh?
I know you stayed there to begin with because you had your own job to think about, and my transfer was only ever meant to last a year at the longest. But you started working from home after I moved away, which means you don't necessarily need to be in that house for work, right?
You do have a point. I've been working from home for about 6 months now, and what with everything that's been going on in the world, upper management decided recently that this style of working would be made permanent.
Well then, surely we can make it work somehow if you come out here to live with me. Besides, if you come soon while I'm still away on transfer, it'll be easier for us to figure out where we want to live next after my transfer period comes to an end. And at that point, we could just up sticks and leave together.
You make some good points. I'm gonna talk to my boss about this. I am technically classed as a remote worker, but I do still have to go into the office 2 or 3 times a month. The company covers my travel cost, but if I was to come and live with you in Delaware, they'd be covering plane tickets, which I kind of feel like I should let them know about in advance. You'd also have to make your place work from home suitable before I arrived.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that stuff. You're right. It's best we have all of our bases covered. One thing I can guarantee you is that the internet here is about as fast as it gets. I can convert the spare bedroom into a study too. Just say the word.
In that case, I'm pretty sure they'll give me the go-ahead right away. I have a few loose ends to tie up and some things to pack though, so would you mind waiting a little longer?
Sure thing. I just want you to know that you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you, Charlie. 2 weeks later.
Sylvie, I made up my mind. I don't need you.
You don't need me?
You were so lively and cheerful when you came back to stay with us. It seemed like you had nothing to do, so I thought it only made sense to have you wait on my every move. But you haven't been looking after me at all. I actually feel worse off for having you around.
That's hardly my fault when I have work to do, is it? Do you want me to get fired? I always go out of my way to keep an eye on you and make sure you're comfortable and have everything you need when I'm not working.
Not good enough. I'm simply and not satisfied with your service. My mommy will be taking care of everything from here on out, so you needn't bother coming near me anymore. Get out of this house right now. You're a negative influence on me and my baby. If you stay here even a second longer, it'll probably come out disabled. My morning sickness gets 100 times stronger every time I see your repulsive face.
Huh? Weren't you saying the other day how pleased you are that you hardly get morning sickness at all?
Shut up! I don't want to hear another word from you. Get out, get out, get out! Let me make this clear. Your very existence itself irritates me. Get out of this house at once, you barren wasteland of a woman. You couldn't even give my big brother a baby, could you?
You should know I'm never coming back if you change your mind and regret this. You won't be my problem anymore. I never want to see your gross, disgusting face again. Thanks for saying that. I'm actually more relieved to hear that than you could know. Huh? I've decided to go and live with Charlie in Delaware. I'm really grateful for your blessing. I was kind of stressing over how you might react, but with still not having give birth and all. Huh? The next day.
Anya, are you on your way now?
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to board the plane. I'll lose signal, but it's not a long flight, so I should be back with you in an hour or so. Then, 3 trains later, I'll be knocking on your door.
Anya, listen. I just received word that Sylvie's been rushed away in an ambulance.
Wait, what? Why?
Apparently, she started getting severe stomach pains after eating my mom's cooking.
Your mom's cooking? Oh no, 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 no. She didn't, did she?
Yeah, I think she did. It's always been a rule in our household to check that the ingredients in mom's section of the fridge aren't out of date or rotten before using them. No exceptions. It's been over 8 years since Sylvie flew the nest to go live on her own for college. And I'm guessing she totally forgot about mom's unsanitary culinary habits.
Oh my, I think you might be right. I'd been cooking all of her meals since the moment she came back. Come to think of it, I don't think your mom cooked for her even once.
Not only that, but you've been cooking all of our family's meals for the last 2 years. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, without fail, every single day. Your food's not only delicious and safe to eat, but you made everything with a healthy balance of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals in mind. My family's probably never been this healthy. As a result, I think they might have let their guard down. They took your cooking for granted, and then when you were gone, well, this happened.
Obviously, I hope Sylvie's okay, but how's the baby? Have you heard anything?
Last I heard that she was experiencing labor pains and that she was most likely going to have the baby prematurely at the hospital.
Oh no, isn't that bad?
It's not great, but don't worry, you don't have to go. I took an emergency vacation from work and I'll be heading down on the first flight tomorrow morning.
Are you sure? I really don't mind.
I think it's for the best you don't. I can just see it now. My sister hurling nonsensical abuse at you from her hospital bed the moment you walk in about how this is all your fault. Things might change and we might need you to come on short notice, in which case I'll contact you. But for the time being, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hold tight.
Okay, I understand. The next evening.
Hey Anya, I'm sorry I took so long messaging you.
Hey Charlie, it's fine. How's Sylvie and the baby? Are they both okay? I've been really worried about them.
The birth went by without a hitch. I have a healthy 8-pound baby nephew. Sylvie's fine too, but... How to put this? Another problem seems to have emerged.
Another problem? What happened?
Okay, so you know how Sylvie's husband is white?
Yes?
And you know how Sylvie's also white?
Yes, of course. What does this have to do with anything?
The thing is, the baby's black.
What? 1 month later. Anya! Hello? Anya? Please, will you come back? Pretty please with a cherry on top. My brother knows how to cook for himself. He'll be fine on his own. You'll be able to come back, won't you? Won't you? You should be prioritizing me and my little boy. I'm in the mother of all pinches here, Anya. Please. Oh my god, how did things get this way? Hello, Sylvie. I'm glad to hear you and your son are okay. I hate to have to tell you this, but even if I was to come back, I wouldn't be able to look after you like I was doing before. Why not? Things at work started going great when I moved out to Delaware to be with Charlie. He's really understanding of my remote work situation and goes to every effort to accommodate me. We also split the housework evenly. He's such a darling. I feel lucky to have him. But I'm struggling here. How can you live with yourself being all happy and content like that when I'm out here struggling? Looking after a newborn baby is so hard, you wouldn't believe. My gosh, how do people even do this? Not only that, but mom's cooking is so bad, I fear for my life every time I eat. Your mom's cooking? It seems like me getting rushed away in an ambulance wasn't enough to make her learn her lesson. because she insists on making me her special dishes every day without so much as a glance at expiration dates or whether there's a mold on the ingredients. I had no choice but to start cooking for myself. Can you imagine if my little Tyrone ate something she concocted? Not only that, but I caught her force-feeding him honey from a bottle with "not suitable for infants" clearly written on the label. He's only supposed to be on breast milk, but she keeps trying to feed him additive-riddled grown-up food. And rotten additive-riddled grown-up food at that. That woman is dangerous. My dad lacks a spine to do anything but look the other way and pretend it isn't happening, so he's no help either. Where's your husband in all this? He divorced me. Ugh, don't ask the questions you already know the answer to. I see. So we really did end up divorcing over that, huh? Well, what about little Tyrone's real dad? What happened with him? I don't know. He disappeared. What? Forget all that. None of it matters now. The point is you need to come home. You need to come home now. My ex-husband wants nothing to do with me. My only choice now is to raise him at my parents' house while trying to avoid either of us being hospitalized again by my mom's lethal cooking. The only people who were ever capable of keeping this place in functioning order were you and my brother. Please, me and Tyrone need you. Stop your complaining and just help us already. Ugh! Nope, sorry, but I really can't do that. Why not? I'm begging you here. Have you ever seen me like this? Have you? I'm not doing it for fun, I promise you. Please, I'm desperate here. I have a question for you, Sylvie. Did you notice how unhealthy living with you made me? Huh? Not only did your mom force me to do all the housework and cooking, but when you showed up out of nowhere, so pregnant you were ready to burst and demanded I be your live-in carer going on slave. To make matters worse, none of you seemed to understand the meaning of remote work and interrupted me upwards of 20 times a day, resulting in me barely ever getting anything done. My body was sending me desperate signals to get out. Then Charlie sent me a lifeboat and invited me to live with him, so here I am. Finally recovering while being reminded what it's like to live a normal life. And you suddenly demand I throw all of that away to come back and live with you guys in the madhouse? You can't blame us for that! I bet you just weren't looking after your health properly, or not scheduling properly or something. That's got nothing to do with us. Don't you dare try and blame your poor lifestyle choices on me and my family. I see. Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back. Why? Good luck with everything. Goodbye. Later on, my in-laws agreed to let Sylvie and the boy with the mystery father stay with them indefinitely through gritted teeth, since she genuinely had nowhere else to go. But I hear her relationship with the two of them is more tense than ever. In spite of that, her mom and dad are still the only people in the world she has to rely on. But her mother, being the worst combination of slovenly and stubborn conceivable, is even worse at child rearing than she is cooking. The hostile atmosphere that fills the house day in day out as a result of mother and daughter constantly locking horns is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Upon seeing the horrific state of things, one of Sylvie's dad friends suggested they left Tyrone in the care of a foster home run by a lovely couple he knows. Apparently, Sylvie wasn't opposed to the idea. Little Tyrone's innocent in all this, and the thought of him growing up in such an unpleasant atmosphere turns my stomach. I was relieved to hear about the plans to put him up for adoption. As for Sylvie, she owes heaps in compensation to her ex-husband, so she'll have no choice but to return to the world of work soon enough. Something tells me she won't be getting much time to rest from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.